Hey,
Um,
welcome to this week's episode. What's up,
welcome to this
everybody?
week's episode. I'm Mars.
How y'all doing? Title Black.
Cam.
Yeah, there we go. We're doing it. We're making it. But as I was saying before we started, my headphones kind of like they're reaching like I guess the end of their life. It's that point where like only one of them works sort of well enough ish. You know, um,
Yeah, it
it's the
might be
fate
time
of
for new
all my
headphones.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's this one, like it's supposed to go in the case and then it doesn't like charge once it's in the case, which
Hmm.
kind of like sucks. I don't know. Or it stays on, it's supposed to turn off and then start charging. It never goes off. So, and then they
Cool.
both die when one of them dies. So I have to like pop one out. It's great. I love this process. My favorite.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but like, every podcast I have to like turn my headphones off halfway through and like start over again. It's fine. Or at least it's unavoidable as is. But
How's
what's going down? How you folks
how's y'all's
been?
week's been?
It's been all right,
Is that the last 2 weeks since we last convened?
Yeah, yeah. I think last week was more interesting than this week, kind of. I went to see Ninja Scroll in theaters. You guys,
How was
Ninja
that?
Scroll, right? It
I
was a
s-
bit of a mess. It was kind of a mess, but like, Ninja Scroll, it's one of those anime movies. It's one of those
yeah, I know. I
like,
saw it
Was it
a
the
long
old
time ago,
one?
and I didn't bother to see it
huh?
again.
Was it the
Yeah,
old
don't,
one?
yeah, it's an old one, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the
It's
Ninja
one of those
Scroll.
movies where like, yeah, it's one of those movies where like you'll probably know the first like 10 minutes of it more than you'll know like the end of it. Because I kind of forget how it ends too. In fact, I had to run to the bathroom during part of the ending, so I still don't know how it ends in a way.
Just keep
interesting.
it going. Just keep it going. Stay
I've
consistent.
missed a big chunk of it now. But no, I mean, it was dope seeing. I love seeing anime in theaters. That's my favorite. I like seeing animated movies in theaters, but I love seeing like anime in theaters just
Yeah,
because like
it's exciting.
it's just yeah, it feels good. It feels like memorable. I don't know. Every time I go to a movie, it's very like it's an experience.
Hmm.
right.
Like
It
oh
is.
man, I come out of the theater like thinking kind of like I'm still in the movie a little
Thinking
bit.
thoughts.
Yeah. You ever like come out of like a Marvel movie and you feel very like kind of like a little heroic-ish or something like that? Kind of like you pose a
Energized.
little bit. Yeah. You
We beat
know?
Thanos.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah. Fuck it. And we were right, we kicked his ass. You can mug a little bit. You can do a little
Speaking
pose.
of which, I actually just watched that the other day.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
which one? Endgame?
Endgame, yeah.
Both of them?
in game.
They're good. Listen, a lot of people are saying that like they have like MCU fatigue or something like that, or like a lot of people are going back and saying like, oh, like the MCU was it really that good? I love like the Endgame saga. Like,
But I'll be quite honest with you. After Endgame, like they've really been trying hard to kind of capture that same like emotions that they invoked with that movie,
Yeah.
but they just
yeah,
I mean, like, it was a
struggled.
pretty big deal. Like, a lot of big things happened that you're not just gonna recreate out of nowhere.
there's a lot of
Right.
payoff. Yeah, there's a lot
Right.
of payoff. They're setting up a lot, but they're not paying any of it off. It's just like they keep throwing
Yeah.
out some
And
eggs
I just
and
feel like after that,
see what happens.
it's like I feel like right now it's like New Game Plus.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all kind of supplementary,
Yeah.
but in the
They kind of just have to
beginning,
like build it back up. Like, you're not gonna get that. You have to like build up the momentum to Endgame, because like there are all those movies ahead of Endgame that like built up to Endgame, like
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, and on a lot of their post credits are just like going nowhere because that was part of the fun too. Like you go to
Yeah,
see a Marvel movie and you wait to the end to find out what's going to happen next, who gets what stone, like what like goes,
what's gonna
and
go
now
on?
it's just random. Yeah, now it's just random shit, and it's like,
Yeah,
I mean, all right, but
it's like
I don't
they
know.
expect something at the end. We don't have anything, but we'll just do a little. I don't know,
Yeah,
just kind of throw
do a
some shit
little
together.
ditty, do a little dance. At the
Yeah.
end of Shang-Chi, they're just like, oh, the Ten Ring. Spoilers, I guess, for anyone who hasn't
Yeah,
seen
I heard there's
Shang-Chi.
another one coming out.
It's taken like fucking 7 years
Well, I
for
keep
this
hearing
new one
double
to
like
come out.
one thing they say is coming out or another one's coming. Then they say they put it on the back shelf, and then another they were like, oh, it's reconfirmed. Like, make up your fucking mind.
Yeah, right, exactly. They were supposed to, I think he was supposed to play a big role in like the Kang Dynasty, but they scrapped that now. So it's like,
Yeah, didn't
I
that
don't
like
know,
totally
man.
diminish?
Huh? Well, they've sort of they're going with the Doctor Doom thing now because they scrapped Kang because of all the controversy, and it's like, I don't know,
What
like y'all could
It's
have
controversy?
kept
just
going
like
with that.
I mean,
I
I
don't
get
know.
it. I get the
Oh yeah.
controversy and all that other shit, but like they didn't like they set it up so well for them. It would be just better if they just replace the actor and keep the same concept.
Exactly.
They're just about to fuck everything up.
Because they've been doing variants and shit like that. It's like, oh, it's a variant. It's a variant. Oh, you might look like a different actor in another universe because you're their variant. And then just like, no, we can't
Yeah,
do that with this one. This
exactly,
time it's too much. Yeah, it's
exactly.
I
Especially
don't
and then
know.
like with the whole Deadpool thing, like I feel like they made a showcase for Deadpool, but I feel like it's just one of those things. Okay, all right, we let you have your little Deadpool moment, but are we actually going to add him to the main shit?
Oh
I mean,
yeah, right. Yeah. Is
Yeah,
he gonna like be in it? Like I
that would be interesting. Like
I don't
more
know.
crossovers, more multiverse, more X-Men. Like,
It could be interesting.
but
I'm excited for I guess the next live action X-Men. I mean, that's gotta be something. I mean, I don't know how long we have to wait for it, but like
I think I just heard them re-announce they're like, I guess rebooting it from the ground up again or some shit.
well, yeah. Well, it's got to be an MCU version now. We've had like the Fox version of the X Men for like 20 years. Now it's like, damn, it's 20 years too. Damn, we were like kids when that first movie.
Damn, like that's the type of way. Oh god.
But yeah, now we need MCU X Men. We've had like Sony Spider Man, but we have like MCU Spider Man. So now we need MCU X. We got Beast so far. Another spoiler if anybody hasn't seen the specific movie he showed up in. But yeah, they got a Beast. They got a movie Beast.
Was that Marvels?
Yeah, which was a
Yeah.
good movie by the way. That movie did
I
not
don't give a fuck
deserve
what
it.
anybody said. Yeah, I fucked with Marvels. Like I think
Marvels was
it got a
great,
lot
right?
of shit.
It was good. They did shit. Anyway. Anyway, pause. They did memories from cats. There's this whole scene where like these cats they have to like absorb people and stuff like that, and they play like a slow version of like memories in the
oh my gosh.
background while they do it, and it's like that's really good. That's smart, and like people are just like, no, it's the worst movie ever, and it's like there are aspects of it that are dumb, but
Yeah.
like it
I
was
really
on
think
point.
some of that is like Brie Larson hate. They like people are
Yeah.
still very much angry with her, and
There's
it
nothing.
sucks because like, and
Literally
then I
nothing.
think Miss Marvel, I
They
think
still
got
have
some
nothing
shit
better to
too.
do.
Basically, now they're gonna tell you they have like real reasons why, but it's stupid.
They have no
It's
reasons.
always a dumb answer. Yeah.
And like I just
Um.
like how they just make the Black Marvel go to a whole another universe, and they're like, well, I just feel like the writing and that is just, why do black people
Okay.
Get rid of this one.
fucking shaft? Like
I liked it in that regard because, well, I mean, I guess we're doing the Marvels like spoiler episode, but like, she got to see her mom after like her mom died from cancer. She got to see like alternate version of like a third alternate version of her mom too, because there was another version of her mom in like
yeah, because remember that
Doctor
also
Strange movie.
she got smushed.
You got crushed here.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
So that's yeah. No, it's kind of wild actually. See, okay, in that regard, the MCU is kind of fun because it's like, okay, now we've seen like three versions of one person. Two of them are dead. One died from my cancer. That's kind of sad. But like the other one got like crushed in like she tried, but like, yeah, no, it's great. It's fun. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So there are bits and pieces there, but they don't. I don't know. I don't think they're not really communicating with each other. I think the executives are kind of just like, oh, what do we do next? What's popular? And it's like, just do you.
Hmm.
Just do you. That's all you got to do. And they just, I don't know. They're doing boring shit.
I'm not gonna lie.
Recently.
I'm just thinking about that scene from when Wanda came in and fucked everybody up. Like she just
Oh,
picked
Wanda
them
was a
apart.
menace. Oh
I'm
my
not gonna
god.
lie, like I hated her, but at the same time, that was amazing. Like she was like the best villain. Like she
She
was
was a
just
great villain. Yeah, she was awesome.
she was
I
fucking
wish they
awesome.
did
Like
more horror stuff.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they did a good job with the creepiness and that. Like that shit was like
Oh,
whoa. I was like,
oh,
oh
it was
my
great.
god,
Yeah. Zombie
yeah,
Doctor Strange was so dope too. They had that for like 5 seconds. They let him do like one cool like flying sequence, and then that was it. I don't know. He had like this cape, and it had like all these like demons. They're like, "We're gonna steal your soul," and he's like, "No, I'm gonna steal your soul." And like makes a cape out of them, and they have like hands.
yeah.
And stuff. Oh, it's sick as oh, it's
Mm.
so fucking cool.
Handscape.
And then he flies somewhere, and then the cape is gone. That's it. Boom.
Oh, but that, but okay.
Uh,
Remember the ending scene? Yeah, this is definitely spoilers. Remember the ending scene
let's keep
about
doing
that?
an MCU spoiler episode. Yeah.
He did like he has a third eye now from the dark hole. What
Yeah, that's
is that
another
shit
thing
about?
that's
And
like
who's that bitch that came at the end? Like,
so that's in the comics, that's basically his wife. Like that's Clea is his wife. She's like she's a lot more prominent in the comics, but like they're just now introducing her into like the MCU. But at the same time, they pick like Charlize Theron, and it's like she's kind of like too big of an actor. I feel like to be doing like multiple Marvel movies. I don't know. I guess they all are pretty big actors, but like I don't know. She was Furiosa. I don't know. I feel like Charlize Theron is like she's too big time. They're not gonna get her for more than one movie. She's probably gonna die in the next movie. It's cool. It happens.
yeah, I
But
feel like
yeah,
she's like very selective about her roles too. But
sure. She's great in what she does, you know. Her, I don't know, anyway, Charlize Theron, she's great. She's Furiosa. We love Furiosa. She's one of the Furiosas.
mm,
What's her face too? Anya Taylor Joy. I watched that movie with my mom recently, so that's kind of fun. We're doing a lot of celebrity talk. Taito, I'm so sorry.
It's
I
okay.
feel
Go
like
for it.
I
knock
feel like we've just been like doing movie stuff the whole time.
knock yourselves out.
Yeah, it's great. It's MCU. I will watch Endgame. I've watched Endgame. I've watched Infinity War and Endgame like 3 or 4 times now. I haven't done that for like a lot of movies either.
Mhm.
Like I don't know, kind of one of those things where it's just like I can just put it on and just like feel those feelings again. It's great.
yeah, I
Have
ain't
you
gonna
Endgame
lie. Like
feelings
it's
too?
still like I cry every time when he be like on your left, and I'm like, oh god.
That was so dope. Oh my god. And it's also
Ah.
another thing where like you had to be like the theater for that. Like the theater opening night for that was like crazy. Like I don't
Craziness.
know, everybody in the like theater being on the same page, everyone kind of
Yeah.
freaking out. When your boy gets the hammer, that was
Oh my
wild. That shit
god.
was
Yes.
nuts. Oh my god. What a payoff. That's setup and payoff. That's how you do it.
Nice.
Sometimes I'll like watch like crowd reactions, theater crowd reactions, because we used to do that back then. We used to have a lot of people to fill a theater. I watch theater crowd reactions of like Endgame and stuff like that, and they have like people going, "Yeah!" I don't know. It's a tear to my eye sometimes.
We were all in it together.
We were all there. It's fun, it was a good
Mhm.
time, a really good time.
Huh?
Whew. He really, he
Oh,
really.
by the way, you guys might hear my dog barking for I'm downstairs because
Okay.
it's as hot as balls right now. So I'm just like, yeah,
Okay.
we're
Where'd
going
you
to
stay?
yeah, we're
Yeah.
relocating.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, you're like upstairs now, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, Same location. I don't know how to blur my background. Is that like a setting or something like that?
Mine comes pre-blurred. I was gonna
It's
unblur
in
it,
your
but
video, I believe. In your
Oh,
video
okay.
settings in Zoom.
Gotcha. I'll mess around with it. I feel like I kind of got like a vibe going with like the Gundam models in the background. I'm not gonna build them anytime soon. It's terrible.
Just in the box.
There we go. Just cool boxes. Wait till I get like a wall of them. It's like I think we got some that are like I'm waiting for one very specific Gundam model to like come out. It's been out, but it's been sold out for like forever.
Hmm.
And I've been waiting for them to restock it, and they just refuse to do it.
Which one?
It's this great. Remember at
The one that you were
Otakon, we
looking for
saw
at
that one.
Otakon?
Yeah, exactly. We saw
Mhm.
the one that cosplayed it, and it was that Black Zaku.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, he's got those like cool legs. It's very specific to what I want to do. So I don't know. Gundam models, another thing. When I retire, if I get to retire, when I'm 80, I don't care. Maybe my kids will be taking care of me. But I want to be an old man building Gundam models in the basement while my cool Hollywood kid pays all the bills. That's my plan.
Typical old man dreams.
That's an old man dream right
Yeah.
there. That's what we're gonna do. I mean, if the plastic doesn't like deteriorate before then, because I'll probably have.
Oh,
They could probably get
so
some new ones by then.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, what you got, huh?
yeah, I'm just gonna say it. So like we
Mm-hmm.
lost a lot of like significant people like the last couple of days.
This
And
year,
Mm.
this
yeah,
year has been crazy.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
right. I can't believe I forgot. Oh
James
my
Earl
god.
Jones. Yeah,
R.I.P. The legend James Earl
yeah,
Jones. You know,
that was crazy.
that's
James Earl
And then
Jones,
yeah,
Tito Jackson,
yeah, Tito
yeah,
Jackson.
right.
Akira Toriyama.
Akira Toriyama. Who else? Now there was somebody else, which is like really terrible. That I can't.
Hana Amy, the Japanese voice
Uh,
actress for Sailor Jupiter.
Sailor
that's
Jupiter. She was
right.
somebody
Oh
else
shit,
too.
that's crazy.
She did Sailor Jupiter. She was Kaho Sensei and Cardcaptor Sakura. She
Huh?
was she was somebody in Naruto, I forgot.
Yeah.
Look at you knowing the details. We lost Misty from Pokemon.
She's Misty and
That
Uchina.
was yeah, that hurt. That
Yeah.
hurt a lot too. That
Yeah,
hurt
I ain't gonna
real
lie, like
bad.
it's interesting. It was the first time I actually
Mm-hmm.
cried for someone I did not know personally. But
Oh
like
yeah.
legitimately like was bawling. And I was like, oh my God. And what made it worse is I went on fucking
Uh-huh.
Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. And
Twitter. Don't call it
Taylor
that.
Jupiter was actually the first one to die in their original
In the
first
show.
season of Sailor Moon. Yeah.
Dang.
She
Oh,
was the first one and
that's sad.
they played the whole scene and her
Dang.
basically saying, yo, crying.
Wow.
I was
Damn, all
done.
the feels.
Oh, Kushina. She was Kushina. She's Naruto's mom.
Oh. Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh snap.
That's who it
Oh,
was.
oh, that's real sad.
Who also died tragically.
This is our in memoriam segment. Like,
Dang.
man, RIP to all the legends. Um, Akira Toriyama though, like really took me back. I feel like we talked about this in like another podcast, but like Toriyama, that like legit hurt. That one
That
came out
hit
of
hard. I don't know.
yeah.
That one hit hard for me because I was
That
Dragon Ball was like that like event horizon into like the world of anime
yeah,
in like
exactly.
my childhood.
That's our version of like that's the most anime thing you could do in like Western media,
What
like is
Dragon
Dragon Ball
Ball?
Z.
Oh, do you watch Dragon
Yeah,
Ball?
right, exactly. You could meet anybody and be like, oh, Dragon Ball Z. Oh yeah, Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z. Yeah, sure. Apparently it's like really big in Mexico. Like apparently it's like way bigger over there than it is even here. Like they like Mexicans like
Yeah.
love Dragon Ball
Love
Z.
Dragon
Oh,
Ball Mexico.
that's a way of life. I don't know, like a statue of Goku somewhere in Mexico. That'd be sick. They do statues of One Piece around Japan. I mean, like that's you might as well. We don't have
Yeah.
anything cool. We don't like it.
A lot of big people this year.
Yeah. I feel bad for not getting to all of them too, because I know there's like somebody that I'm like missing that's like real big. That's also really big.
Legends
Let's
in the
see.
Dragon Year.
Right. They died in 2024. I don't know a lot of these people who. Oh well, Shelley Duvall. I mean, that was like The Shining. That's
Oh dang, she
oh
died.
Richard Simmons too.
Dang.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who?
Shelley Duvall. She was in The Shining. He like here's Johnny, and then she goes wah wah.
She's like she screams through the
A lot of
Oh,
entire
other
movie.
stuff
They
too.
terrorized her that whole film.
They
um,
well they like out on and off screen too. They were just like
Hmm.
putting her through the ringer. Like that
Yeah,
woman deserves everything. That was back in the day when you could like abuse your actors and like nobody would say anything.
yeah.
Like it was just like I'm like
Dang,
I'm the
Richard Simmons.
director.
I don't know about him.
Yeah, Richard Simmons. Carl Weathers. Hey yo, that's crazy. Um, yeah, oof, I'm gonna make myself sad if we keep going down this route.
Oh, dang,
Um,
he looked like Donald Sutherland.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
about him. Now I'm just looking up.
This the year of the dragon. Everybody's getting out while they can.
yeah.
Like that.
Oh,
That's
But
crazy.
yeah,
He was like
they
super
want to
old,
be playing any.
but still.
Well, 88 years. I looked them up, but yeah, 88 years. That's a good run. I think.
That's still interesting for like all of these people to die like this year. I mean, I know people die every
Well, I mean,
people die every year, but I don't know.
do you remember back in what was it? I think it was I don't know if it was 2016 or something. We had another big celebrity death year like
Yeah.
a while
Yeah.
back, like
Uh-huh.
2016 or something like that. I think it was where like
One of those years.
everyone was dying. I think that was the year Michael Jackson died, maybe it
Oh yeah,
was.
OJ Simpson died too.
Oh,
I
oops.
remember he was talking about that too.
oh, damn, he sure did.
I forgot he died.
When did Betty White die?
Betty White was like, I think 2 years ago, which is sad too, because she was like 99 years old. That was like, she was like right on there. Oh, damn, old pictures of Betty White. Damn, she was killing it. I've
People
only
love Betty
seen
White.
like, I've only seen like old Betty White. I've never seen young Betty White. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Hmm.
She's got like a Sailor Mercury vibe kind of going, a little bit.
Little
Uh,
Bob.
I'm gonna throw the picture in the chat because like that's.
You can like screen share if you desire.
I guess I could do that too, right?
If you want to
And
like feature an image or something.
oh right, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on. Let me let me clear my browser history. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's just one screen.
No, it's fine.
You
It's
can
good. It's
choose
all right.
what you share.
Oh, I haven't been. You have to allow me to like share screens.
There you
I
go.
don't know how you do. Oh, there you go. Okay. Oh yeah, there you go. Right. Boom.
Betty
See,
White.
she's kind of got this like, she's got that
Hi.
Sailor Moon kind of vibe.
Mercury. I can kind of see it.
Or she's got that Sailor Mercury kind of like, I don't know. It's very like White Queen, very kind of like not like White Queen, but like maybe she's got like ice powers, kind of like that
It's
sort of
giving Emma
vibe.
Stone a little bit.
A little bit,
Not
right?
Emma
Yeah,
Stone. I'm sorry,
And
Emma
like the
there you
Frost.
blue
go.
background.
Emma Frost. Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Emma Frost, that's what Emma Stone's great too. I love Emma Stone. She's actually like really funny. I don't know. She's on SNL sometimes. She's one of those like hosts on SNL that's actually like good at what she does. So like when she's on the episode, it's gonna be like a good episode.
I love Emma
Sometimes,
Stone.
It's
I love
funny.
yeah.
Emma Stone ever since House Bunny.
Oh yeah, she was in that one too.
Oh right. Oh
Yes.
right. Yeah. That's
Favorite fucking
crazy.
movie. I don't know why of all movies, that's my favorite movie, but that is just my fucking favorite movie of all time. I don't know why. It's just
House Buddy.
Good. I'm glad though. I'm glad House Bunny's getting some love.
it's so stupid. It's just great.
That's all directors want to hear, is that one person like loves their movie. So that's you're doing good. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
I think the dude who did the guy who did Plastic Love. I mean, we watched at Otakon when like City Pop was kind of coming back. The guy who produced that song Plastic Love, he's like, I don't know why people are like liking my song after like 41 years or something like that. But then you know what I'm talking about? All right, first and foremost.
Oh yeah. I remember.
I'm just playing games. I know it's plastic love.
Hmm.
You don't know the song? Okay, it's fine. It's a.
I
It
kind of
was
remember
like
talking about it, but I don't remember like that song specifically.
If you saw like the shot of I mean of wow, I don't even remember her name. I think it's Mayu Takeuchi, something like that. I don't know. But anyway, it's like this like song that like introduced like a whole generation of people to like city pop, Japanese like city pop.
Mhm.
Um, but the point is, the dude,
That
he
"Stay
was
with
like
Me"
the
song.
producer for the song. Huh?
That's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's in
mhm.
that vein. Yeah. But the guy was like, the song could like win all the awards like that year, or it could like, get nominated for like a Grammy or something like that. But like for people to come back to it like 41 years later, like that's a real gift to me. Like that's like, that's the real mark
Like rediscovering
of the
things.
times. Yeah. People still appreciating the music. So like, yeah, someone appreciating to get back
I
to the
mean, I
point.
feel like
Like,
it's just like new people because like so much time goes by and then like kids go into their parents' music and they're like, oh, this is actually pretty good. And it's just like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
introducing it
yeah.
to a new audience. And they're like,
And a
oh,
lot of those
this shit.
songs, it's
You know
kind
what?
of a
I
vibe,
think
you know?
that's what Hollywood banks on all the time. I guess in reference to making like money
A
because they're
million
like, oh,
remakes.
there's new people coming in. They haven't seen this shit. Let's rehash the same old bullshit like we've been doing. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah, they're like really risk
Spider-Man
averse. If
80.
if a movie's not going to make like $1 billion, then it's a risk, and it's like,
We'll just wait 20
mm,
years. It's good.
yeah, exactly.
We'll
It's
just wait 20
dumb. I don't
years
know.
and
The
redo
way
it.
the way to go is like for a lot of like maybe like smaller productions, like a lot of indie stuff is like popping off nowadays. Like there's a lot of like great indie animation out there. I could go on for like the entire podcast about indie animation, but like, there's like indie movies and like smaller stuff. A24 movies are usually pretty creative. They're getting a little like they're kind of like they're starting to carve out a niche for themselves where it's kind of like, oh, like weirdly like fucked up horror, like oh, family
You
horror
should
and stuff
deep
like that.
dive on it on your TikTok channel.
I'm not like like into it, I guess. I just know things ish.
Hmm.
But I should do something on TikTok. I've been storyboarding again, so that's what I've been kind of like. I'll probably post some of that stuff up in maybe like another 6, 7 weeks, like literally like 6, 7 weeks. Like that's how long it takes to like do the jam like properly. But
Do a
I've got
storyboard.
plans. I'm doing things. I've got some run cycles. I've been practicing.
Mm,
I'm working on things.
cool.
Um, I didn't open up TikTok this week, but I might tonight because you reminded me that it exists, and so that's it.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, aren't they about to roll on like the rolling of TikTok too?
They keep talking
What's
about
up
that. They
now?
keep saying it, and
They're
I
not
mean,
gonna. They're not
I
gonna
don't know
do
if there's like a new
anything.
date for. I don't know. I don't keep up with it anymore. I
Yeah,
just roll with it until if they shut it down one day, then that's what happens. But I
yeah.
they keep up with
But
it
it's
anymore.
they're supposed to
I really,
sell
I really feel
TikTok,
like
but to
they.
an American company. But
Yeah,
what?
I don't know. I don't. But here's the thing: like they're gonna piss off like a lot of like I'm sure even lobbyers who like are wrapped up
A
in
lot of
TikTok.
people who make their money and who pay these government officials, like
Hmm.
they're gonna lose a lot of
Exactly.
their
And they're like,
money.
dude, shut the fuck up. But they're like, people are knowing
Basically,
too much shit that they shouldn't be knowing. Like information is getting
basically,
spread.
yeah.
People are
Fucking
rapidly
hell.
sharing information with each other that we don't want them to know, and
It
they're
just needs to
bypassing
be
our
regulated.
news.
People are learning things that they're not supposed to learn. Like we're supposed to be the
Exactly.
good guys. We're supposed to turn that shit off. But no, I mean, hey, I want more companies from outside the U.S. to like make social media apps so they can like, so we can actually get some real free speech and not just like censored speech and shit like that. You know,
I feel like as long as a
but
company owns it, it'll always be censored to some degree.
oh yeah, 100%. But like, if it's a company from like another country, then like they don't care about the same things that we care about or that our government cares about. So it's like a lot more shit kind of like passes through the filter. But
Yeah.
then you got to worry about other stuff too. They had that one game. This one Chinese game really popped off. Black uh, Wukong game. I forget what it's called, like Black Myth Wukong or something like that. It's really popular. It's like God of War, but with like Sun Wukong, and it's like legit. It's like really fun. I don't know. It's like I think it's for PS5, so you could probably play it. You should check it out. You should look it up. It looks really good.
Oh yeah, I think
But
I've
like,
seen uh uh clips
it's
of it.
popular. All right, hold on. Let me pull up the thing on here. Like,
Yeah, because
uh,
I think
I just talk
uh
about random shit.
my friend sent it to me. Like, but it was like during the pandemic. I
You get to
Wukong.
play Sun Wukong. Like, it's pretty sick. It's like kind of dope. You get to play Sun Wukong. It's like the graphics are like amazing.
is it like free to play?
No, no, no. It's like a AAA game. You gotta like pay
Okay.
for it. But it's still sick though, and like the monster, it's kind of like I guess like a Souls like game in a way. I'm trying to find like a
Okay.
good image in a way, but no, it's dope. It's awesome. Okay, well anyway, I'm done with this. Um, Black Myth Wukong. It looks sick though. I'd love to play it, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna buy a PS5. I think they got one that's like out now. The newest PS5 Pro is for like $1,000, and it's like, man, there's no
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's
shot.
ridiculous. Also, please,
Yeah.
excuse me, I'm gonna be stuffing my face on this thing too.
Okay,
Oh, that's fine.
that's acceptable.
No, it's cool. Yeah, yeah. We deem it. We deem that
There are no eating
okay.
rules on this podcast.
Right? No, yeah, it's fine. Can you do it? Like, can you blur yourself automatically? Like, how are you doing that?
I think that he's just fading into the background and like the screen is just
Oh,
like, oh, your background now.
okay. All right. Sure. There you
I
go.
don't know.
It's proper timing, I guess. It just knows. That's AI for you, baby. That's the future. You know, they know what we're doing.
Blur it out. Yeah.
But lots of cool
Mm.
stuff coming out. They got a new Mortal Kombat coming out that I
Another
never
one?
played. I'm really like kind of like I'm like a fake Mortal Kombat fan. I love Mortal Kombat. I loved it since I was a kid. I watched all the fatality videos when they come out because I'm a weird sicko, and I love that stuff. But I never buy the games. I just like to watch them when they come out. So it's like
You like to watch videos of other people playing them?
no, 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 no. They have like okay, Mortal Kombat of like any fighting game out currently has like one of the best like storylines. Like it's basically like a new movie drops every time the game comes out.
Mhm.
Like you
That's
kind of
true.
gotta like pause it. You kind of gotta like pause it for like fighting and stuff like that. But like you could just like sweep through the whole like cinematic story like version on YouTube, and it's great. It's fun. It's I don't know. There's a lot of lore in Mortal Kombat that like I don't know. I guess is kind of like not on the surface.
Mm.
People think it's like about killing and stuff like that, and it is about killing, but like it's creative kills. That's kind of like a gimmick from like the '90s, but like the story is like
I was like kind of
crazy.
like
Like they
these people that are like in like a syndicate or something, or some
there's
organization.
there's so much going on. Like the
I haven't
world.
really
Okay,
kept
hold
up
on.
with the storyline since like the early game.
Do you want a Mortal Kombat lore breakdown? Because I could do that for you. I could kill like 10 minutes talking about Mortal Kombat.
If,
You guys
if,
want to be like
if
initiated?
you want to go down 10 minutes of Mortal Kombat, go for it.
There
Yeah, I'm totally game. I'm just gonna stuff my face and listen.
You got 10 minutes.
you go. All right, let's get educated, everybody. So, in the beginning, there was the one being, right? There was the one being, this like super god that ate other gods, and then the other gods were like, "Hey, listen, we don't fuck with that." So they split the one being into like 6 or 7 like things called the Kamidogu, but they're like it's really inconsistent what they are because it's like sometimes they're like daggers, sometimes they're like symbols. We don't know what they're going to be. They're going to be in the new Chaos Reigns trailer or in the Chaos Reigns DLC. Split the one being in the Kamidogu. The Kamidogu become like realms. So like Earth Realm, like the Netherworld. There's like Earth Realm, and then there's like Edenia, and then there's like Outworld. So there's kind of like different realms, right? Order realm, chaos realm, and they kind of just made it up as they went along. So then after a while, it's kind of like beings who seek power in those realms sort of ultimately become like consumed by the like need to like unite the realms. So like the one being kind of like acts through you and like forces you to like do think like you think it's like something that you want to do like okay like I want to like conquer all the realms but it's not really you, it's like this ultra god that's kind of like acting through you to like make you do things Um, so they had like Onaga, the Dragon King. He was the king of Outworld. He got like he was like the closest to uniting the realms, and then he got like poisoned by his advisor Shao Kahn, who was like the like main villain for like the first three games.
Mm.
Yeah, the first three games. Shao Kahn, he's like this like ultra like arcade, like super hard to beat. He was like literally like broken in the old games because like they would like speed up his movements to where like it was a quarter, like he devours your quarters. That's the whole point. Capitalism. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
um so Shao Kahn, he like kills Onaga, takes over Outworld. Then in well, okay, all right, I'm getting ahead of myself. Mortal Kombat. It's a tournament.
Mhm.
You cannot just invade another realm. You have to win 10 consecutive Mortal Kombat tournaments in a row. And like a lot of these people in other realms can live for like thousands of years. It's kind of it's again, they were just making it up as they went along. Because like some characters are like 10,000 years old. And it's like, well, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. But anyway, don't worry about it. Uh he's Shao Kahn's been like doing this Mortal Kombat tournament. It's like once a generation. It's not even like it's like once 100 years you could do a Mortal Kombat tournament. You got to win 10 of them in a row. So it's a very
Once in 100
convoluted
years?
process. Once 100 years, but he does it. He does it. He wins. He takes over Adenia, which is kind of like the Garden of Eden. It's kind of like a heaven. It's like a heaven realm, kind of. Um, Takes it over, merges it with Outworld. His next like site is his next meal like realm he's gonna conquer is Earth realm, our realm, where we live. And then they do like 10, they do 9 Mortal Kombat tournaments here where like Outworld's just kicking ass because they're just like full of like monsters and demons and people with 4 arms and shit like that. You shoot fireballs at you.
Right.
And then um on the ninth tournament, this one super monk named what's his name? The Great well, his name is Kung Lao, but he wins the tournament for Earth Realm, fucking up Shao Kahn's plans. He goes ballistic because it's like once 100 years. You blew my shot. It's really hard to conquer a realm. You can't just invade it with an army. You gotta win these. You gotta win 10 of these in a row. Um, he fucks it up on the ninth turn. Um, it's great. Everyone's like, yeah. He like sort of reset the bracket for Outworld to invade. Um, then Shang Tsung, he's like the main villain for the first game. He was also like at that tournament or something along those lines. He works for Outworld now, basically, somehow. At some point or another. He got eternal youth from Shao Kahn because Shao Kahn could just do magic shit kind of a little bit.
Good.
Yeah, he manipulates souls.
Sure.
So whatever soul magic is just kind of like a get out of jail free card. You can do whatever you want with it. He makes he gives Shang Tsung a new champion, Goro, who's like the mid boss for the first game. That's he's like a 4 arm dude. It's like really hard to beat. Um, and Goro absolutely decimates Kung Lao because he's got 4 arms, and Kung Lao is just a normal man. Brutalizes him, kills him, and then the bracket is reset, and then they get another like 9 World Combat tournaments in. So we get to like Liu Kang and his friends and Sub Zero and like Scorpion, and that's a whole thing too. Man, Sub Zero killed Scorpion's like clan technically, even though like his clan was like a part of Scorpion's clan, but they branched off. It was it, okay. Sub Zero is part of the Lin Kuei. The Lin Kuei has beef with the Shirai Ryu. Shirai Ryu is Scorpion's clan. The Shirai Ryu, split off from like the Lin Kuei because like the Lin Kuei is like fuck wild. They're like too violent and shit like that. Okay, there you go. China, Japan. It's like a whole thing. Sub Zero kills the original Scorpion. Scorpion is so bent out of shape about being killed and his family being murdered that like he comes back mad as hell as a wraith from the netherworld. And then he goes and he kills Sub Zero in the first game. He kills Sub Zero in the first game. He gets his revenge. He gets his lick back. In the second game, it's not the original Sub Zero. It's his little brother Kuai Liang. He's he's the Sub-Zero kind of going forward. The original Sub-Zero comes back as Noob Saibot. He's this black shadow ninja. He's this absolutely disgusting fighter. He does horrible things to people. So cool. Best fatalities in the game. But that's like the ninjas. There's all kinds of colored ninjas in the Mortal Kombat realm, and basically to get back to like the main shit, Liu Kang defeats Goro, four-armed dude who killed the great Kung Lao, his ancestor. He avenges his ancestor, resets the bracket again for like Mortal Kombat because they were 9 deep, and then he fucked it up again. It's not a great system of invading worlds, but it's the only one they got. Until Shao Kahn is like in the second game. This is all the second game. I'm being very confusing. I'm sorry. So first game, Liu Kang kills Goro, beats Shang Tsung, sends everybody back to Outworld, and the Emperor is pissed. Fucked up my whole thing. God damn it. I have to start all over again. But then he's like, oh, like, all right, how about we do this? I'll never do a Mortal Kombat tournament again in Earthrealm if you come to Outworld and fight me in one. It's like a winner takes all kind of thing. He's like double or nothing, basically. So that's the second game. In the second game, it's winner takes all. Liu Kang wins again because he's kind of like the chosen one. He's like a Bruce Lee stand-in, but like, it's cool. It's great. Liu Kang wins, kicks Shao Kahn's ass, but he's a sore loser. He's a sore loser, and he invades Earthrealm anyway, but he invades it with the ability, okay, like, there's like a clause where like if one realm takes the like a victim, like okay. Shao Kahn's dead wife, Katana's mother. I didn't get into her. Shao Kahn's dead wife. She is sort of like resurrected, but like sent to Earthrealm, and then they're kind of like, oh, like you kidnapped my wife, even though she's like resurrected and sent there, and she's evil now. She's actually usually pretty good, but she's evil now.
Okay.
And she's sent to Earthrealm. And then Shao Kahn's like, yo, what's up? Why'd you take my wife? And they're just like, we didn't take your wife. Like, what's wrong with you? And he's like, no. She's over there. I'm gonna come get her. And they're just like, we don't have your wife. Like, we don't do that. Like, what are you talking about? And she's like, yo, and you kind of hear her on the phone. She's like, yo, what you want for like breakfast? And they're like, what are you doing in my house? Like, anyway, so she's over there in Earthrealm, chilling out. There. Exactly, eating everybody's food. Shao Kahn is like, hey, listen, you took my wife. I'm coming to invade. And they're just like, we do not have your wife. And she shows up. Anyway, Shao Kahn invades Earthrealm in the third game. That's when you get like a bunch of other colored ninjas. You get like some cool shit and it's all that other one. Anyway, kills Johnny Cage too. I didn't bring up Johnny Cage, but he's the guy that punches you in the nuts in like every game. He dies in the third game. Oh. It's really sad. He's a fan favorite. Everybody loves Johnny Cage. The nut punch thing. It was the '90s. That's the peak. That's the peak of comedy. That's the funniest thing you could do in 1990. Punch someone in the nuts. So
I just hate how they killed him so fast in the second movie. That shit was like,
oh, that was real stupid. They didn't want to pay the actor or something like that. It was ridiculous. He came back actually. The actor who played Johnny in the Mortal Kombat movies was like a character model in like Mortal Kombat 11 because they were doing like a whole like movie synergy kind of thing. It's great. They brought back a lot of actors. They brought back the guy who played Raiden. They brought back Shang Tsung, the guy who played him. Didn't bring back Liu Kang, which is kind of weird. But it's whatever. It's no big deal. A lot of actors in that movie. Shao Kahn invades Earthrealm. He gets got one last time because he's stupid. He's really dumb. That's the third game. The evil is defeated. Like we suffered some heavy losses, but like we won.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then it kind of just goes off the rails after that. They did like a kind of random thing with this like. There's one being that like kind of took over hell. His name is Shinnok. He was like another god. He's one of those gods from like way back when. But he was like a total dick. He's like the god of evil. Yeah, exactly. So if you make a god of evil, he's going to do evil shit. He takes over hell, but he's stuck there. He needs an amulet to get out. There's this sorcerer named Quan Chi. He's like this all-white dude. He's like a demon that like kind of like leveled up enough to be like human-like, which is kind of cool. But it's it is what it is. And Quan Chi try to resurrect Shinnok, and then Shinnok comes, and then Liu Kang kicks his ass again. Liu Kang does a lot of work in these first couple games. It's great. We love it. Something happens in the fifth game. I don't really remember. It's nothing. Oh yeah, and then I think like the sixth game, they come back. They bring back the Dragon King, Onaga, the guy who got poisoned by Shao Kahn. He gets resurrected. He comes back. It's also like, oh, I think the fifth game is like the Deadly Alliance. So the Deadly Alliance is Shang Tsung, and Quan Chi, the white dude, and the old man. They team up because they're such like bastards and stuff like that. They team up and they kill everybody. They kill Liu Kang. They kill Shao Kahn. It's kind of wild, and their plans succeed. They kill a lot of like the good guys too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's wild. And then Onaga gets resurrected because like all their fuckery. There was some shit going on in the background. Onaga gets resurrected, and he's like indestructible.
Souls, made a philosopher's stone, resurrected some people.
Yeah. Exactly. The Dragon King is born again. He comes back. You know, he gets his ass kicked. Liu Kang gets resurrected as a zombie for like a while. His soul is outside of his body. It's in another character, which I didn't talk about. Don't worry about that. It's fine. He gets better. How much time do I have? Have I gone 10 minutes? Do you still want to hear Mortal Kombat?
Go for it. Go for it. You're on a roll.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, let's go. Okay. Hold on. Where was I? So Naga gets resurrected. The Dragon King is unbeatable. He's got this army that can't be killed. That's his whole shtick. Is like he's got an unkillable army. It's full of souls. They're just dead bodies. They're just dead bodies with souls in them. It's kind of common in anime now. It happens a lot. But back in the 90s, that was like real revolutionary. Oh damn, son! I was never tried that before.
This is brand new.
Yeah, exactly. They get defeated because of course they do. Okay. Now this is like a whole thing. Onaga, the Dragon King, is not defeated by Liu Kang because Liu Kang's like dead currently. A lot of people die in the process of trying to like kill the Dragon King. But what we didn't know, and what you learn through like the story mode of Mortal Kombat, whichever one that is, I don't know what it's called. But in his game, you play a story mode. You play this guy named Shujinko. You play Shujinko, and you kind of like follow him throughout the years. He meets a lot of Mortal Kombat characters. It's kind of like them trying out like the story mode, like in earnest for the first time. So you get this like player character. You're Shujinko. He can like copy any fighter's like ability. He becomes like so strong eventually because he meets Sub-Zero, he meets Scorpion, he meets Liu Kang maybe or something like that. He meets Goro. He meets all the people. He meets all the main characters. It's fun. It's great. He learns all their fighting moves, and he at some point or another resurrects Onaga. That's what it was. Because his soul was manipulating Shujinko for like years. Like he started his journey off when he was like 20 something. By the end of the game, by the time he meets Onaga again, he's like 80 something. He gets thrown in jail for like a really long time too. It's kind of wild that he's just like in jail like that. That's part of the story mode. It's cool. It doesn't matter. It's it is what it is. Shujinko gets his lick back after being deceived by the Dragon King for his whole life, basically. Kicks Onaga's ass. It's totally like a Hail Mary because none of the main people like really knew him like that. It's like if you met somebody on the street one time and then they came back and like saved the world when you were trying to save the world. It's like, that's kind of wild. Why? Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. But then it's Armageddon. They did this game where they put every single Mortal Kombat character in one game. It's called Mortal Kombat Armageddon. There's like another story mode. It's these two brothers, Taven and Dagon. They're like gods. Their parents set up this whole like tournament for them to get ultimate power. But then like everybody finds out about the ultimate power. You have to fight this character called Blaze. He's an elemental, and he like will bestow his power upon you. Everybody in Mortal Kombat, everybody who's ever been in Mortal Kombat, they find out about this dude named Blaze, and they're just like, yo, I want to get the ultimate power. So there's this big fucking battle on this big temple that was meant for the brothers. In the game that it happens in, the good brother wins. You don't even know their names either. It doesn't matter. The good brother wins. That was how that game ended.
In the game. However,
But they rebooted Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 9 is a reboot, and it turns out that Shao Kahn won. Shao Kahn's a big dickhead. He's the bad guy. He won. He killed Blaze. He
of
killed
course.
everybody. And so Raiden, I don't know if I like mentioned him. He's the Thunder God. He's kind of like the opposite of Shao Kahn. He's kind of like our guy. He's like our representative. He's like our main dude. He
Mhm.
like looks out for us. Um, he is like the last person standing because everyone's dead. Liu Kang, he's dead. He's like ultra dead now. It's like his body's gone. And Shao Kahn or Shang Tsung is dead. Quan Chi's dead. Dead. Everybody's dead.
Mm.
So Shao Kahn is about to kill Raiden, but then Raiden sends like this really like cryptic message back through time to his younger self to sort of like stop Shao Kahn. So we do a reboot and it messes up like everything because like the whole game is like Raiden trying to like interpret this like cryptic message he sent himself. He says to himself he must win. He plays the pronoun game. You're not just tell me who's supposed to win. No, he was about to get hit with a hammer. He's like, okay, yeah, exactly. So he's about to get hit with a hammer. He's like, he must win. And then, that's that. So younger Raiden's like, oh, he must win. So he tries a bunch of people. He's like, oh, is Liu Kang supposed to win? Is Kung Lao supposed to win? Is I'm supposed to win? He tries it all, screws up. It's like the first 3 games condensed into 1 game. So he screws up so bad that oh damn, I killed Marcus. I mean, anyway, I'm really bad at this. I'm sorry.
It's probably just the oh
He
dang.
passed out. From the immense amount of lore. I mean, you know, he might come back. So do you want to do like an intermission right now? I mean, I'm just kind of like, it's. Have I lost you at any point in time?
I am keeping up with the general storyline.
Okay.
Mhm,
Okay. All
mhm.
right. I left a lot out. I left a lot
I'm
out
sure
of
there's
this.
like a million details. It's been going on for quite some time. I'm sure
This has
there's
been going on for a long
I'm
time.
sure there's 1,000,005 details.
Yeah. Oh God. It's a labyrinth of things, and
Hmm.
it gets like way more like because now we're fucking with time. So now we're fucking with time and multiverses because the most current game out right now is a multiverse game where like they bring back everybody from everywhere and alternate versions of everybody too. We'll get there in time if you all would like. But I really I like Mortal Kombat a lot more than I thought. I'm kind of surprised
You
myself a little.
know the whole story.
I really do.
You know about Mortal
Um,
Kombat.
it'd be cool to get
That's a
paid
lot
to
of
do
crazy.
this,
That's a
but
lot of crazy stuff.
it's a lot. And like I
Mhm.
said, I left a lot out too. There's so much more I can get into. It's just I don't know. This is just the stuff that I get into when I'm drawing. Mortal Kombat lore is like super like in depth, and like the characters are really cool too. Like
Mhm.
you ever like
Cool characters, cool storyline.
blue ninja, yellow
Mhm.
ninja, fire powers, ice powers. Like that's I don't know. That's my bread and butter for like being an elementary school kid.
See me some fire and ice powers. That's pretty
But
consistent
there was the
across like a lot of fandoms and like media, I
yeah
feel like.
yeah. No, that's a good like I think it's a good like start off set of powers like fire and ice. That's you can build from
Elements.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think it really is. I think it's the colors because like I like color coded heroes, like strongly color coded heroes, like Sentai, Power Rangers. Love
Hmm.
that shit. Eat that shit up. I can't get enough of it. If you present me with a team of like 5 or 6 people that are all random colors, I'm in. I'm listening
Yes.
automatically.
There.
Just tell me what they do.
Hmm.
Because Mortal Kombat's like that. They have like Scorpion, they have like Sub Zero, Fire, Ice.
Mm.
They have Reptile. He's the Green Ninja. He's like a shapeshifter. Like it's a whole thing. They wanted to make him more lizard-like as the games went on, so they made it so that if he's away from his like sort of like lizard queen, if he's away from like the hive, like the queen lizard, he like de-evolves longer it goes on. So like that's why he gets more lizard-like as the games go on.
Hmm.
It's pretty fun. It's cool. There's Smoke. He's the gray ninja. He's got a demon inside of him. It's like a Naruto situation. He's a smoke demon.
Hmm.
Um, that's pretty fun. They have Rain. which was Rain was a throwback to Prince, actually. Ed Boon, I think, is a big fan of Prince. So he made a ninja called a purple ninja called Rain. It's like Purple Rain. You know, it's really fun. He controls water.
Yeah,
He's
right.
actually, yeah, right. It's great. Those two brothers I mentioned, the good brother and the bad brother, from the big apocalypse game, he's actually their illegitimate third brother. But he's not as important because he's like illegitimate, so it's cool. It's no big deal.
Hmm.
And then there's Noob Saibot, which I talked about. He was the original Sub-Zero. He's the Black Ninja. He had shadow powers now instead of freezing people. And like I said, he does like the nastiest fatalities in the game. Like it's just great. He does this one where like he makes a shadow clone and they grab your legs and they pull you apart like a wishbone. It's called the wishbone.
That's
nightmarish.
awful.
Yeah, it's really bad, and they're bringing it back to the new game too. They can turn back into animals again. They had animalities. They had like a lot of gimmick fatalities, and like they had a lot of gimmick fatalities. They have like babyalities where like you can turn another character into a baby. That was pretty fun. They have like friendships. Yeah, it's random.
It's random.
It's really random. They have friendships where like instead of like you doing a fatality on someone, you do like a little goofy like little montage or something like that. Some characters like pull out flowers from like a top hat or something like that. There's like a they do like a little dance together. That's a fun gimmick. And then they have like animalities where like characters transform into animals and then they kill you. And that's what they're bringing back, animalities.
Hmm.
And they brought back the wishbone thing with Noob Saibot, pulls you apart, turns into a crocodile, and then the shadow one turns into a crocodile and they pull you apart from the bottom up. It's horrible. Yeah, it's a bad time for.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Oof. I'm trying to think of any more ninjas they have. Oh, they have Tremor. He's an orange ninja. He controls Earth. That's kind of fun. You know, he was actually in a Mortal Kombat spin-off game, and then he finally made it to the mainline games. So we're all kind of like, oh my god, Tremor.
Tremor.
Yeah, Tremor. Yeah. There's a Rainbow Ninja where he's all the colors at once. Everybody hates him. It's Chameleon. Nobody likes Chameleon. It's just a joke character. It's a gimmick, and they
can he do other people's powers?
Yes. Yeah, I think that's like his whole deal. Well, okay, so there's actually two chameleons. Um, uh, they're the same race as Reptile, actually. They're Saurians. But like, you know, Chameleon's kind of like a drone and like a lesser. It's a gimmick character, so they don't really have like a lot of story to it. There's a female Chameleon. The girl version has like a lot more lore to her. In fact, I think she's like the lizard hive queen who like cures Reptile and like makes him go back to being normal, you know, when he's around her. So it's like, oh, that's kind of fun. We all like the female one a lot more because she's like a person and not a gimmick. Kind of. She's still a gimmick.
Like,
but she does
a more fleshed out gimmick.
Yeah, exactly. A gimmick with like, you know, a paragraph of backstory instead of like, you know, instead of like one sentence or something like that. There's the female ninjas too. There's Katana. There's her sister Melina, who has like the monster mouth. Do you remember? Have you ever seen that one? They're great. They're like a real sisterly pair now. They were like at each other's throats for like, you know, most of the games, but now they're like actually sisters in like this current one, and it's very sweet because like
that's nice.
The fans like them. Yeah, they actually like love each other. Yeah. It's lovely. There's the red female ninja. She controls blood. You know, it's a lot. Yeah, and there's a yellow ninja. She's kind of like, oh, there you go. Look who's back.
Yeah. So
hey.
Power went out.
Yeah,
my phone just died. My phone was like click. I was like, oh.
See, now you got me like, yeah. I've been running my mouth so long. I forgot that.
No, I was actually enjoying because like I didn't like realize actually even
Thing 2.
Yeah, Thing 2.
Sure, yeah.
He was like, yeah, deception, that shit?
Oh yeah, there you go. Right. See, I knew he was. I knew he would know. He's a real one.
Yeah.
He
He was
knows
like, "Oh, well,
exactly.
next time they come down, me and Phil are gonna have to play it." Oh, shit. Me and yeah, but
Doesn't
I,
matter. It's
I, I,
cool. It's
it,
whatever.
it's fine.
Just
Everybody
yeah.
knows who we
Maybe
are.
yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
what do
We'll
you
work
do?
on it.
We're not in witness
It's
protection. It's all good
exactly not just yet. None of us have said anything like crazy offenses, so we're
as
still
of
good.
as of
But
yet.
as of yet, so far, maybe they won't go back to these
And
episodes.
your name is like all over your screen anyway. Like you never change it anyway.
Oof, oof, ugh, ugh. Fine. Oof. All right.
It's very easy
Um,
to change it. FYI.
how do I change it then?
You never do.
No, I don't. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. It's cool. Um, I was just explaining to Taito. I was explaining to Taito. The ninjas, the various colored ninjas, and what they do. That's just giving her a rundown. Um, I won't bore you with the details because they're not really like, well, they're story relevant, but they're not really story relevant. Kind of like what they
They
do.
have ninjas
With
and they have
like
powers and they're interesting.
Yeah,
they all
I
have
know a
powers.
reptile and
There you go. See,
uh,
yeah. So you're already like pretty initiated.
reptiles, smoke. Um,
Yeah.
is it Orochi? Orochi? No.
Well, they have like they have Rain. It's a purple ninja,
Oh
Purple
yeah,
Rain,
rain. Yeah.
based off a Prince song. I didn't talk about the red ninja. So there's a purple ninja. There's like a red ninja, but he's like maroon red. It's Ermac. Stands for Era Macro. It was like this back in the day, when there's like playground rumors and stuff like that of like, oh, like there's actually a secret character in Mortal Kombat called Era Macro. They did this whole thing where it's like, no, it's not. This character doesn't exist. It's like a command in the game, but like data miners like found it and stuff
Mm.
like that. But then eventually they made him like a real playable character.
Mm-hmm.
He is an amalgamation of souls, literally like thousands of souls in one body. It's kind of
Crazy.
when Liu Kang dies, his soul goes into Ermac actually. So like yeah, so he's like kind of like tethered to them for like a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of fun. Sometimes he gets like turned into a mummy. They do costumes and they do mummies a lot for Mac, which nobody really gets, but it works. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Katana, the blue female ninja, not really like a ninja, but the blue Katana. Everybody loves Katana. Her father's soul is in
Katana
Ermac
wins.
as well. Yeah, exactly. Um, her dad's soul's in Ermac. We love that. It's great. It was like hinted at for a very long time, and it's like kind of confirmed because he's like in the story of Mortal Kombat One, the most recent game.
Mm.
Um, do you want to keep going down the rabbit hole? Do you want to finish up the reboot series, or do you want to like?
How much more is there of this? I'm sure a lot.
I
It's quite a bit. I mean, not much. I have 2 games left of lore, so I just
If you
vomit on you
a brief synopsis. Is
a
that
brief
possible?
synopsis.
Is that possible?
no, it's like
Yeah.
I've had it.
No, it's fine. Mortal Kombat 9, he must win. Turns out that Shao Kahn was the one who must win because you can't take over a realm if you haven't won 10 consecutive Mortal Kombat tournaments. See, it comes back.
Mhm.
The Elder Gods, the big gods above everybody who killed the one being, they punish Shao Kahn for invading Earthrealm without, winning Mortal Kombat tournament, winning 10 of them.
Mhm.
They fuck it up. They kill his wife comes back, but they kill her, and so there's no more wife in Earth. So you can't invade Earth without a wife, especially if she's dead. She's
Right.
gone. Boom. He's gone. Boom. He's gone forever. Mortal Kombat X, that's a really fun one because they start introducing like guest characters. So there's like Alien and Predator in that game.
Oh dang.
Leatherface is in that game too. But it's not like they're not story adjacent, but like they've kind of it begins this sort of trend of them introducing like, horror icons into like Mortal Kombat, so you can have them stab people and stuff. It's fun. It's great.
Okay.
Waiting on Chucky actually. They don't have Chucky in these games, which is kind of weird. I guess they can't get the license for him. Mortal Kombat X, Shinnok is back because it's a rebooted timeline, so we're starting over again. Shinnok is back. King of the Netherworld. He fails. but it's kind of like this sort of like journey through time in a way where like there's like a big gap. Oh yeah, all the characters get killed again in nine. Most of yeah, all the
Mhm.
characters get killed again in nine and resurrected as wraiths. The same thing that Scorpion is, but he has like autonomy. The other ones don't have autonomy, so they do like a time skip where like Johnny Cage and like Sonya Blade they have kids, and then their kids are sort of intertwined. Um, the kid that Scorpion raised is also part of their crew. They're called the Combat Kids. Everybody kind of hates them, but like they're not. They're fine. They're cool. It's
That's
like a
pretty
it's like a
cheesy.
Boruto. It's a Boruto situation. Nobody likes Boruto for some, and well, no, for good reason. But like, it is what it is.
Heck, and Next Generations.
Yeah, exactly. So they tried to do Mortal Kombat Next Generations, and then people were like not really like receptive to it. So then they do Mortal Kombat 11, and that's when they really start fucking with time because this whole like there's turns out there's like something above gods, the elder gods, is called Titans, which is also kind of dumb because they never introduced that beforehand. Whatever, it's fine. The Titan Chronica, she controls time.
It's going Greek
She fucks
mythology.
with time.
Mm.
Yeah. She's gonna redo time, but she needs all this extra shit to redo time, which is dumb. But she needs a crown full of souls to like redo time. And then it turns out that like Liu Kang and Raiden, because they have like beef since like Mortal Kombat 9, because Raiden keeps fucking up. They've had beef since Mortal Kombat 9. They keep fighting, and then it's like part of her plan for them to fight, and so that they like eventually you kind of like come together, they combine because there's a bunch of time shenanigans where like dead Liu Kang and like living Liu Kang are in the same time like line, and like they merge into one along with Raiden's power. They become Fire God Liu Kang, so he becomes a god, and it's great. And we love Fire God Liu Kang. Um, he turns Chronica to glass because her whole thing is like sand and hourglass. It's really cool. He turns her to glass, kills her. Turns out he killed her with the crown on. He shouldn't have done that. That's bad. So they do a DLC where Shang Tsung, who is also fucked out of time and space, he comes back and he battles Liu Kang. He kind of like does some scheming. He gets the crown back, but then he and Liu Kang battle for like to be god of time. And then depending on which character you pick, is like the ending that you get. But then Liu Kang wins and he resets time. And then he goes back all the way back to Mortal Kombat 1 with the great Kung Lao, his ancestor. And he's like, yo, what's up? You're going to fight in the tournament, dog, and I'm going to train you. It's great. He redoes the world. So then we have MK1, which is technically MK12, but they rebooted it. It's MK1. So we redo everything. Everything's kind of like we're in Liu Kang's timeline where like he's like, oh, I made everything better, and then a lot of the bad characters are kind of like underpowered. But then like someone starts fucking with time, and you're like, oh, like you're not supposed to be like weak and lame and shit. You're supposed to be like a badass, and then they're all kind of like, oh, like I should be a badass. I shouldn't just be like a poor person on the street. So all the villains kind of get their powers back. Then it turns out that Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat 11, he actually beat Liu Kang. Branching timelines. So there's a timeline where Liu Kang wins, and there's a timeline where Shang Tsung wins. But there's also a timeline where everybody like gets the hourglass and gets the reset time. So like all the endings in Mortal Kombat 11 are technically canon. Like they all actually happen, no matter how fucked up they are. Because that's how time works. They do an MCU. It's a multiverse. All the good bad guys and all the bad good guys team up and they fight each other. It's a clusterfuck. And we're about to find out what happens now in the next DLC that comes out on September 24th. That's Mortal Kombat. It's wild. It's a lot. There's so much more I can tell you, but I can't just fall asleep. I'm so sorry.
Excellent.
Huh?
There you go. It's cool. I'm done now. I've reached like I've given you all the knowledge that you need.
No,
to go
it was
forward.
fun. It was cool. It was cool.
That
Did
was-
I kind of peter out at the end a little bit? Yeah, I did. I ain't gonna lie.
That was a lot. But that was interesting. It was
also-
interesting.
yes, yes.
I kind of. Uh-huh.
Oh, go ahead.
It's late. It's late-ish.
Not only that, I didn't sleep at all last night. I think I went to bed at like maybe 8 or so, but then I woke up at 1. And then my dumb ass was like, I'll stay up. And then I went out and started driving at 2 o'clock in the morning to go to Wawa.
Okay.
Why?
I
Okay.
don't know why.
Yeah.
Like,
I haven't slept since
Okay,
like
dog.
sometime yesterday either.
Oh
yeah,
wait,
I
have
like,
you been up as well? Like,
Huh?
I said, have you been up as well? Like,
Yeah.
Ido, have you also? Oh man, well,
I took a nap sometime
what's going
yesterday.
down?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's I'm so sorry, everybody. But also at the same time, I do like going out, like at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. That's kind of a vibe. That's kind of like a real
Hmm.
flex of like maturity when you can kind of just we can do anything we want, and I often forget that that's the case. Like we have
Full
infinite,
autonomy.
like we can go out. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, oh, you got to be in bed by 11. You got to eat like eggs and bacon for breakfast. You can do anything you want. Joker style.
Hmm.
I
You
mean,
can have
yeah.
spaghetti for breakfast.
Absolutely
Yeah.
anything.
Oh my
Yeah,
God. I saw
yeah.
something really fat with spaghetti. I don't know who I saw doing it, but they basically had spaghetti and basically
Mhm.
made a spaghetti sandwich with 2 slices of bread. Then had a
I've
nerve
seen
to
that.
dip. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm.
Mm. Well, I don't know if I know what you're talking about, but I have seen spaghetti sandwiches.
No. Yeah, she dipped it in cheese. Fat. Just fat.
But the
Like it was
cheese,
just
the cheese
fucking
sounds
fat.
Sure,
overkill.
yeah.
And
Because
the
like,
fun thing is, she ain't
Uh,
even fat. Like she just got fat tendencies, but she's just not. I can't stand skinny fat people. They be eating everything they want. I look at a fucking brownie, I gain 10 pounds. Shut the fuck up.
no, I'm feeling the same. I never like in like food videos where like the dudes are like cracking open like a sandwich or something like that, and it's just like everything on the inside. I hate when they like pour cheese on it. I don't like that like cheese goo, cheese sauce. Like that's not
it's
a
like
vibe for me.
Play-Doh.
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't understand when people like
It just looks
that's one thing
plastic.
that was gonna get me. Yeah. Or when it's
Mm,
just goo. I just don't like goo on my food. Like it's a texture thing, I guess.
ew.
Like
That's reasonable.
right.
Um,
Same reason I can't eat avocado. Avocado, well, I think I'm like allergic to it also, but like avocado's just it's just slime.
it's a texture
It's
thing.
just slime.
That's like when you turn
I
it
think it's a
into like
texture thing.
guacamole, but it's good by itself as long as you're not like allergic to it. Hmm. Avocado is good
I
by
ain't, I
itself.
ain't,
Agreed.
I ain't doing
Excellent
it. You got
source of unsaturated of saturated fats
yeah, yeah. That's
and
why
omega threes, omega fatty
being a
acids.
vegan is gonna be real hard. I can't do
It's not.
avocado. I'm gonna have to eat so many nuts. So many
It's
like
not hard to be vegan.
well, at least like the avocado bit. I'm avoiding all avocado. It's just that and soy milk. Avocado and soy milk. I can't. I'll just throw it right back up like instantaneously. Maybe it's a maybe it's an allergy thing, but like I can't process it. It's just the worst everything ever.
Like even when you try to swallow it, it just like it's your body rejecting it.
Kinda,
I think
yeah.
I have
Well,
like
like
a slight soy milk like allergy because my throat always gets a little like scratchy
yeah.
whenever I drink it. I can't like drink too much of it.
Yeah. If I'll, because I've sipped like coffee before that, like, someone gets an order of something, and it's like, oh, it's the wrong order. Do you want it, Philip? I'm like, yeah, free food. Why not? But then it's like got soy milk in it. And then like I feel like throwing up like after having like a couple sips of it. And it's just like, all right, this, not all free food is good for me. Like,
Rejection.
yeah, this ain't it.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and then avocado is just bad from jump. Nothing avocado for me.
You
It's
like
all bad.
avocados. Okay.
It's
Yeah,
all
I
very
didn't like
bad. You want to
avocados for
torture
the
me?
longest time either.
It's
I
just
love them.
it's just slime.
It's like all people
Just
eat on
bad
here.
slime. I, I don't know how you make it. I mean, well, everybody else can eat it but me. So I mean, good on you. And then
Not
I'm
bad.
also glad that people can enjoy it. I'm glad that everyone's getting the omega 3s. I'm eating salmon. That's kind of my vibe.
Hmm.
But I feel like I mess it up a lot because, like, I don't know, I get kind of like the runs sometimes when I don't cook it right.
Uh,
Or maybe I'm dying. Maybe, hopefully, it's just, I'm not cooking it right. But it could be death. Who knows?
Maybe you're not killing the things inside of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I gotta really, like, kind of like nuke it. I put it on broil and then I gotta, like,
Like, watch where you're getting
look
it
it
from.
up. That too. I've been getting it from Kroger. That's kind of been my vibe. Kroger is great though. Okay, I'm gonna get into like a tangent about like grocery shopping, but like if you shop at Kroger on Fridays, you get like 4 times the fuel points, and it's great. I fill up my car for like 50 cents off, 80 cents off sometimes.
Hmm.
That's it adds up. It's pretty great. If any of our like viewers are in Virginia and around a Kroger, make that shit happen. Go grocery shop on Fridays. Don't grocery shop any other day.
Just Friday.
It's literally a waste of money. Yeah, it's literally a waste of money. But yeah,
For me,
I will say
yeah.
that having a
Mhm.
hybrid car, like
I would
my
love a hybrid car.
car, once I fill my gas up, my gas tank like to full, I can drive
Hmm.
for about 480 plus miles without stopping.
hybrids are fire.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I love a hybrid car. In fact, like I want to say, like I kind of like a hybrid car more than I like an electric car because I have this
I do
like
too.
weird. Yeah, I kind of got this like weird sort of like making everything electric is going to be like to our detriment, which is good
At
for the
least you
environment.
have
It's
the
great for the
option.
environment.
You have the option
The
to change
option,
gas in it.
yeah, the option because I would use the electric, function. I'd probably run off electricity for like as long as I could, maybe like use the gas every once in a while. But like, I just don't want to be asked out if something goes down. EMP waves, coronal mass ejection. I mean, maybe the car won't work at all in that regard, but
I imagine
yeah,
eventually someone will invent some sort of technology, like underground technology, that will like allow your car
that's
to
what we should
generate
be doing.
solar energy.
That would be great too. I would
I'm
love
sure
that.
it's not
Yeah.
difficult because like the Tesla stations are solar powered.
In fact it's definitely, we can just say it on the podcast now, it's definitely not difficult. They've had like green energy for like decades at this point, and they're just kind of like dragging their feet with it because like oil and gas makes so much money.
Yeah, because they make money, but there's
Yeah,
electrons
yeah.
literally in the air. Like energy is everywhere.
Sometimes I want to get like solar panels for like this house too, but I don't know how much it would cost. I mean, I feel like it probably wouldn't cost that much. um
Probably a
You
couple
have
or
the
like
you have money.
I don't know if like an HOA thing would. I don't know if it'd be like an HOA problem too, which I feel like it shouldn't be a problem, but like I feel like that would be like a whole thing to be like, no, 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 you can't do it because then the houses won't be uniform or something like that. It's just like whatever, like stop. You can't save money. You can't like be better for the environment
We
because then
have a
like what if my
contract with
house looks
the
bad?
power and gas company.
Yeah, yeah. Which I recently watched a thing where they said like a lot of HOAs are kind of like some of them are like kind of like fluff, like basically, like a lot of them are kind of like in the hole. They're owned by like the people who like, or they're started by the people who like built the housing complexes in general, and then like those people leave, and then it just kind of goes to hell after that. Um, I don't know. That's like a random like sidetrack, but that's just kind of something I heard in my
Hmm.
my internet travels. You hate to see it.
They try to take over your local HOA.
Right? Yeah, right. There are a lot of times where I kind of want to join like I guess
Go to
like
those meetings.
more leftist movements or like leftist communities in my area, but at the same time that would like require me to like go out and interact with like humans that I
It
don't
would.
know with
Yes.
my like just like my
Your
person like
flesh
with no
avatar, like
friend. Yeah,
not a 2D one. Your
not
actual
online,
one.
nothing. I have to go to a place and meet brand new people with no
Hmm.
like friend buffer in
Yep.
between me, and that's just holding me back so far. That's kind of crazy. That's a wild thing to do.
Interacting with other
Meet somebody,
humans. I understand.
interact with brand new people without a person in front of you. That's one day, I have to. I feel like
You're gonna like
you know.
mail them like a device and like send them instructions, like set up this device and turn on
Yeah.
my avatar so that I could.
Exactly. Yo, here's an iPad. Promise you won't steal it. I'm gonna like zoom in so I can find out what your thing is all about. And then you're gonna put the iPad, you're gonna mail it back to me when the meeting is over with. Or if I like you guys, keep the iPad in a place where no one's gonna abuse it, which is a solid plan. I think it's a
In
solid plan.
your chair. Just tape it to a chair that's your chair.
Exactly.
Just turn it
It
on.
could be about.
Hmm.
I think about like doing like I think a lot about like joining like community stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm like the kind of like go out and do things kind of person. Like sometimes I want to like I get the idea that I want to like do a toy drive or I want to like join a toy drive or help out at one at the end of the year or something like
Hmm.
that, and then I never
Send out
do.
toys to the
It's really
kids.
bad. Yeah, like I don't know. It might be kind of like a vibe, or like at least like packaging them up and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I don't know. I want to do more volunteer work, but I just never. I haven't got to it yet. I haven't crossed that threshold just yet.
You just gotta go for it.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
think
just
I
gotta
like
go for it.
use work as a distraction. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'm so busy, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm
Oh
sorry, I
well.
got work. Yeah, right.
Hmm.
Exactly. And then nothing gets done. It's terrible.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, freelancing. It is what it is. I holding up Cam. You look a little like that sleep's catching up to you.
No, I'm good. I have my eyes are
You
small,
over
so
there
like
bobbing and weaving.
Sure.
no, because I'm just
Yeah.
kind of like
Hmm.
Kind
hi.
of vibing.
Hmm.
No,
Yeah.
Volunteer work, community activism. Yeah, I'm kind of
Vibing. It's cool. Yeah.
vibing.
All
yeah.
good.
I'm just trying to keep the blood flowing.
Word,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
tired, but I'm just gonna, I'm I've been gone for
yeah.
like 10 days. I want to do this.
Well,
Yes. And we're doing it.
it's good.
It's
Yeah,
great.
you are doing it. It's great. And listen, just think about how much sleep you're gonna get afterwards, though.
I'm
That's
gonna
always gonna
I'm gonna be knocked the fuck out. The only
be.
sucky thing is I gotta take my guy to the train station early tomorrow morning. Damn.
Mm.
But
Oh.
Well, that's good though. I mean, we got like what, like we got like I was gonna say 75 minutes left because that's 100 and it's like 9:25 over here.
oh god.
Right? It
No,
doesn't
we've been
doesn't make
doing an
sense.
average of like 2 hours.
Yeah. I feel like 10 p.m. is kind of like
If you want to
our
go for
time,
like
but
another 30 minutes.
yeah,
Yes.
we're good. We got
I'm
this.
feeling that.
Um,
You definitely will.
mhm.
Let's see how
If I
I feel like I
botched
took a
over,
vote.
I might bow out and be like, y'all, I might have to finish until an hour.
If you just fall out, if you just crash out, it's fine. No worries.
Yep.
Like, if you just drop, like it's okay. We understand.
yeah.
I
I get
wasted
it.
a lot of our time talking about Mortal Kombat.
I am
I
on
really
But it
fumes.
did.
was fun. There's a lot of crap I didn't like know or
It was
realize.
interesting. It was
Oh
interesting.
my god,
Yeah.
there's so much. Yeah, but that's good. That's good.
You
I'm
can
glad you
make
guys
a
did it.
whole mini series about it in deep
Nice.
detail on your TikTok channel.
Mhm.
See, that's the thing. I learn all this stuff from like the YouTube channels that teach it to me. It's not a saturated market. It's kind of like a couple of like 3 or 4 people that I watch. Um, but I don't know. I spend a lot of my time on YouTube. I've recently heard that like YouTube and Netflix are like competing in terms of like the attention economy. Like those are like the two main like competitors for
And
people's
like
eyeballs.
Netflix is tripping. They take all these great shows off of Netflix. So then I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
well, I'm gonna go over to YouTube. Like, what do you want? Like, you
Yeah,
want to keep
exactly.
yours?
Right.
Keep the things
Yeah.
that people are watching on the platform.
Right. Or exactly like, or there's like a show that people get invested in and they only have it for like 1 or 2 seasons and then they like kick it to the curb after
I'm
that.
like,
And
all
it's just
right,
kind of
I
like,
know all of
Yeah.
you love Sensei, but we're not gonna do any more of it. Thanks.
right, exactly.
I'm like, all right, well, so I'm
Uh,
out. Like, I'm out.
okay, then I'm just gonna connect.
Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna cancel my Netflix subscription. RIP,
like, what do you want?
suck
What do you
big
expect?
ones. Um, I definitely got like way too many. Like, I've got way too many of these like streaming subscriptions. It's really bad. I got to get rid of like I think I get rid of HBO Max next. I mean, the show that I'm working on is gonna like come on HBO Max, but like I kind of got to get rid of HBO Max.
I did do HBO Max for
So
like a month or two for the ones who lived, and it was amazing.
okay,
I loved it, and it was so good. And y'all should watch
it's
The
fun
Walking
when
Dead. Y'all should really watch The Walking Dead because it's great.
the um
Yeah.
Tim's wife Izzy, she's doing like the Walking Dead video games, the Telltale games. Have you played those?
No, I watched the
Kind of
series.
like point and click adventures.
Oh,
I did not play
Kind
The Walking Dead
of
game.
like point and click adventures.
it kind of, yeah, it's kind of like a point and click adventure. I think it's also kind of like, got some aspect of it, but you might like it. It's people, they're like highly acclaimed. Like the choices you make matter between like games, and like there's some hard choices. Like kill this person here, and then like you're not going to be around for like 3 or 4 games or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's a fun concept. It's another one of those like sort of like fun choose your own adventure movies to watch on YouTube if you're like
Mm-hmm.
doing a lot of computer stuff, which is what I do. So that's great. It's a fun time.
Yeah, great.
Indeed.
I've even
I do
considered Fear of the Walking Dead, which I have been actively avoiding. But I'm
Why
done
have
with
you been
watching it.
avoiding it though?
Because I got tired of the director and trying to
Mm.
turn Walking Dead into like this whole like not
Trying
like
to turn it into its own thing,
yeah,
separate from the comics.
because like the okay, I know like all stories are not going to be like straight from the comic book, but
Sure. Yeah.
I'm just saying like the best Walking Dead episodes were the ones directed by Greg Nicotero, and they were like straight off the pages, and they were the best episodes. He had the best seasons. This new guy, I don't remember his name. He makes trash decisions. Like he makes trash decisions. He
Yeah.
he kills off characters that he really has no business killing off. He kind of ruined the show,
Mm.
really. And he does
Yeah.
really trash things, and it tears up the plot line, and people are like, we're not really not into this, and he loses fans. And then
You killed our enjoyment of this.
he tries to like do other things to like make it interesting again, but it's just it's
Mm.
not. It's bad. He's
No.
not a good
Yeah.
director.
It was written a specific way because it works. That's what the people like. That's what you show up for, you know?
Like they killed Carl, and that was like the worst thing that he could have possibly done. And
That's,
apparently it
yeah.
was some
It
like
wasn't,
dumbass spat he was having with the actor, and they didn't I don't know, like they didn't want to pay him or something or other. It was some
oh, it
dumb
was
shit.
like,
It was some dumb shit, and they
oh,
killed their show.
damn.
And like,
Yeah.
because he was supposed to have this whole other arc next coming up.
Uh-huh.
Because like the whole thing about okay,
It's just,
the whole thing about
yeah.
the comic, the Walking Dead comic, was like Carl was supposed to be
Uh-huh.
like the last man standing.
Mm.
He's the
And
Gohan.
and
Like,
he kind of he was kind of like the Gohan of the Walking Dead. And he freaking killed him.
yeah.
He killed him. And it was stupid. It wasn't even a good death. It wasn't anything climactic. It wasn't anything exciting. It was dumb
Mm.
as shit. It was a terrible decision. He sucks. And then he tried to like
He just wants to be creative,
he
He
tried
just
to
wants
give
to
us
be
like
the man in
Ways to
charge.
Live and like have like Carl in retrospect because like he knew that was a terrible move. That was a dick move.
Wait,
But anyway,
is it one of those things where they tried to like do like a spin-off of like Carl's Adventures or something like that? Or
no, it was a spin-off of Rick and Michonne, and it was great. It was only 6 episodes,
oh,
and it was great.
okay, all right, all right,
They had a lot
fair.
of like talking about Carl in a couple of episodes
Okay, all right,
of like
good.
them talking
All
about
right.
him, that character.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah,
I,
yeah, and
some decisions, it really does come down to like directors sometimes. You could just tank a whole project or tank everybody's hard work with a couple of bad like character deaths or
yeah,
just decisions in general. They kind of did that with like Game of Thrones. I didn't watch Game of Thrones, but that's kind of like the complaint that like season 8 of Game of Thrones kind of had. Like, I think the directors were gonna like direct the Star Wars movie,
hmm,
and so they kind of wanted to like wrap up what they were doing on Game of Thrones. At least that's the story that people set to tell. They're
hmm.
gonna direct the Star Wars movie, so they wanted to like get out of Game of Thrones as fast as they could. The books weren't written, and so this dude just like he started subverting expectations. Oh boy, that's a nightmare word, and or that's a nightmare phrase in like animation or movies and
Subverting
TV
the
shows.
word.
Because then you start doing a bunch of shit that doesn't make any sense, or like start like fucking up a lot of character arcs because you're just subverting expectations. Oh, you didn't see that coming, and it's like,
No,
well,
this is just
why
bad.
did it?
This is just bad writing.
Yeah, like I
This
didn't
is
see it
not
coming,
creative.
but like
Nobody
it
wants to see
also
this.
doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, yeah. So a lot of people really hated Game of Thrones season 8. They turned Khaleesi into a psychopath. She gave in to the Targaryen madness that all of the other ones do. So instead of freeing the slaves, she just went on a genocidal rampage, and it's like, no, I don't know,
Like,
man.
nah,
That's kind of
not really into it.
yeah. Turning like I don't know. Yeah, that kind of sucks. That kind of killed my motivation to watch the series too. Also, I mean, you find out what happens, and it's kind of like, yeah, all right.
Kind of like whatever.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, like, how do you guys feel about spoilers? Honestly, like, are you kind of like, do
Like
spoilers
it
like?
depends on what it is and what it's from
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
and how
So
much
it's a
I
case
care
by case.
about that series.
Yeah. I'd say I guess I'm the same, like right, because like if you don't really like care about it, you kind of like have a tangible or tangential kind of like interest in it, then like yeah, spoil it for me. I might still watch it. It's kind of it
Yeah.
might work out. But if I care about it a lot, if I'm super emotionally invested, spoil it. I'm gonna be livid.
Stay off,
A lot of like
the internet, shut everything down.
yeah. Usually when like a big Marvel movie comes out, I have to like kind of like turn off all like anything about it
All
because I had to
social
do it for
media.
Deadpool. Yeah.
Hmm.
Turn off all the Deadpool notifications. I think Batman came out at one point. I had to turn off like Batman notifications. Just was like that was kind of a big deal. Um, because people just straight up like post the end of the movie like the day after it comes out, or the day it comes out, like not even after, like hours after.
That day,
Um,
as soon as they see it.
Sometimes they
yeah,
stream the whole entire movie.
Hmm.
yeah. I had to kind of stop watching trailers too, like for the most part, like because trailers will just fuck up the whole like vibe. Like fuck watching the movie. They
Well,
just gonna show you everything in the trailers, and it's like that's where's the fun? Where's I
I didn't want to see all of
don't
that.
know.
I wanted to be surprised.
I wanted to go to the movie and watch the movie, but now it's like, all right, well, you know what happens. If I'm
Yeah,
interested, I'll go see it. If I'm not, you know,
that's what it is.
Mm.
I'm not interested at all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I don't know, but I think it's like a marketing thing. I think a lot of people they like polled a lot of people, and a lot of people said that they don't care about like spoilers, which is shitty for everybody who does like spoilers. But I don't know who they polled. Um, Probably some liberals in California or something.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Scott
Crazy.
Gimple.
I
That's his
think
name.
Scott Gimble, he's the enemy. He's on the shit
He's
list.
the enemy.
Who's that guy?
Screw that guy.
He
Who?
wants to be his own person. Ain't cool, man. Not with The Walking Dead. Not with our franchise.
Scott Gimple. He's one of the showrunners. He's the one that's like trying to make his own, like Walking Dead, his own little like universe.
Right. I want to
Um,
make it. I'm gonna make a name for myself, and it's like, no, not in the way
Ooh,
you
I'm about to
think.
make a name for myself here.
I do like that meme. That meme is like become really great. There's a picture of like a pug in like a gambit costume. It's really great.
Oh God.
look, okay.
I'm very happy that like really like took off.
It was
Um,
hilarious.
I'm gonna- it's good. It works for so many different situations. Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself.
I couldn't take him seriously. He tried. He tried real hard. He tried real hard.
Well, yeah. No, I mean that was the joke though that his Cajun accent was like absolutely horrible, but he nailed it for like that one specific bit.
He tried real hard. He put his whole heart into it. He did.
It finally popped off. But no, that's great. I'm trying to find the meme now. I'm trying to find the photo because it's just adorable. Uh,
It's just so serious.
this is great. You like kind of hear him like
The
I can hear him
serious
singing.
delivery. Oh
Uh,
gosh.
speaking of Deadpool and like Wolverine, I'm really kind of like bummed out. Like I don't know. I guess it's like a spinoff of like Deadpool Wolverine, but like The whole Blade movie thing with Mahershala Ali, they really can't figure that one out, and I hate it.
Were they gonna do
I'd
that?
love another. They were gonna do an MCU Blade movie, and they just like I don't know. They've been dragging their feet. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to make it about, which is dumb because it's like
They should
have
try
him go
just
like
make something new and stop trying to like rehash old storylines.
yeah, yeah. Or just have him chop up some like vampires. That's all they did in like the first one, you
Yeah.
know? That's a good enough formula. Um,
Blade, vampires,
but they
battle.
were gonna tie it in. Speaking of like MCU stuff, they were gonna tie it into the Eternals. It was apparently he shows up at the end of the Eternals movie right before like Kit Harington from Game of Thrones. He gets like this black sword that's like this like ebony blade. It's like cursed and stuff like that. And then like this dude's like, "Oh, I don't touch that sword," and it's Blade, but you don't get to see him. So it's kind of
Mm,
and it's kind of a wasted plot line. It's like, man,
mm.
they really gotta like I don't know figure out what they're gonna do with the MCU because the shit's frustrating. How can Endgame be
Like
so good?
we don't know. Yeah, that was they put like their arm into it. They put their foot into Endgame, and now they have nothing left.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess
That was it.
so for future reference, I guess we only get like 22 good movies in a franchise, and then that's it.
I mean, it's
That's
been
as far
going
as you
on
can
for
go.
20 years. Like if that was great. We had a great time.
Yeah, yeah.
And it all added up
It all paid
to
off.
Infinity Wars and Endgame. And
Yeah,
like that was
yeah,
kind of it.
yeah.
Like that was kind of the end of the story. Like
Essentially, yeah. It all kind of just like yeah, it paid off. Like I
everything
said,
else is like epilogue and side stories now. Like you're not gonna get that same like
right. It all just
climactic
feels like
feel of Endgame.
exactly. It feels like filler at this point.
Yeah.
I think we said that earlier, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a filler vibe. I mean, I kind of want to see Captain America: New World Order with Sam Wilson. He's gonna be like, I guess there's gonna be like a Red Hulk in that movie too. So it's like, that's
Mhm.
I'm interested.
We'll
But they
see.
also kind of have like, yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe it'll revive the franchise. Who knows? I mean, I would like more MCU, but they're not really like giving me the good stuff. But even Moon Knight was pretty good actually. I like Moon Knight a lot.
I heard Blue Beetle was good. I didn't see it, but I heard it was good.
Blue Beetle was pretty decent. It
Mm,
was a DC property, but like, yeah, Blue Beetle was kind of fun.
mm,
Mm.
Had a vibe. Yeah.
cool.
Uh, they are rebooting like the DC sort of like comic books with James Gunn. James Gunn, he's pretty good. The Guardians of the Galaxy, he's like
They're making
he kind of knows
a
everything.
new like Joker and Harley movie with Lady Gaga
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The sequel, yeah. Which is like, I mean, could be cool. I never watched the first Joker movie. I know that was
either.
like a really like popular. It's what is it? They say
I
it's one
am
of
gonna
those
go
like
see that Transformers movie. I'm gonna go see
oh
Transformers
Transformers One.
1. Yeah.
Got to see that one, and it's good. It's got good ratings too. So Transformers One is actually this sounds like a solid pick. I'm
Gonna go see
excited for that.
Transformers 1.
Is it all
I'm gonna
animated?
see that this weekend. Yeah, it's animated. Yeah, 3D animated.
Yeah.
So it's looking pretty solid. I've heard nothing but good things about it so far.
It's very G1. It's pretty great.
Yeah, yeah. My only thing is that they like put Bumblebee in it, and I know he's like a super recognizable like bot at this point, but like it wasn't Bumblebee in the beginning. It was like, well, okay, well, we don't really know who it was, but it was like, you remember the origin of Optimus Prime in G1?
Mm,
No, can't say that I do.
not
Do you want to go down into the story?
or
Well, as far as like the story,
another episode.
it's not an M. It's not yeah okay. It's not an MK thing. There was another robot called Dion. He was like Optimus Prime's friend.
Ah,
There's a lot of rumors that he like got turned into Ultra Magnus, so that was like the whole thing because there's like a white Optimus Prime inside of Ultra Magnus, so it's like that would have been dope, but no, Bumblebee, it's cool, it's whatever, it's fine, no big deal.
We'll see where it goes.
I'm not salty about it in any capacity.
I need some more Rebel text. I haven't got any in
Oh,
a long time.
Rumble text,
Rebel text.
Rebel
They're
text.
action figures.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Now they have some really like dope ass looking they call them like third party toys, but like third party like Transformers toys. Like I don't know. There's just one called like Hot Toys or something like that. And they make like I don't know. I don't buy a lot of toys, but if I did, I would buy some. Hold on a second. They do a lot of Transformers.
Mm.
Yeah.
They also did like sick ass like Megazord, like Power Rangers, like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord, a Q Ranger or something like that. But it's cool because like when the pterodactyl chess piece comes in, it's like the original it's just kind of like this little glass box, but then like the new toys like teeth and stuff like that. So it's like it's like a feral Megazord. It's pretty cool looking. That's so sick. The
Oh my
pterodactyl part comes like it makes wings now, so the Megazord has like these like demon wings. Sick.
god.
So it's so badass.
The dinosaur power now.
Oh,
Dinosaur
we get
powers.
dinosaur power, all right.
Activate.
Mhm.
Hey, dinosaur power. No. Cool. I'm trying to
I'll
find
show
it.
you these
Okay, I
cool
found like I kind of like
this cool thing. Let's see.
please do. I'm
Uh
finding a cool thing too.
these G1
Ooh.
Rebel Tech action figures, fully jointed.
Oh,
Like
sick.
other stuff.
Nice.
Wow.
I actually have this one, but they have a bunch
Yeah.
of other cool ones. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Rebel
Nah,
Tech.
that's pretty legit. Damn. Okay. All right. Gonna maybe act up and start spending money I don't have.
Got Optimus
Mm.
Prime, got Starscream, and Megatron, and Hot Rod.
Okay. The ones that matter, And see, and no Bumblebee, right? Because they're cool. I don't hate Bumblebee. I just I'm salty. But this is
Ooh,
the
Dinobot,
Megazord thing. See
Megazord.
how like the sword is like part of the pterodactyl. It gets
Ah,
wings and then the teeth and stuff. It's like cool.
that's pretty
Hot
cool.
toys. Right? It's pretty sick.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know how much it costs, but I want it. I'm doing everything I can to not buy it. They become like that's like even better too. It's
Are they like
all improved.
their own figures that like you can
They
combine into a bigger figure?
indeed they are. See, look the pterodactyls. Look
That's
this.
I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
it's super dope.
Mastodon.
Christmas is coming up. Um, it's I'd spend all my money on that. I wouldn't know what to do with it afterwards, but like I would spend all my money on
You just
it.
get a good
I don't
shelf
know where I put it.
and set it up somewhere where you can look at it, and you're like, ah, so
I
good.
guess that's true.
And then like you
Mhm.
take them out and you can like play with them and do like little like role play scenarios.
True. I have a friend who's like a toy collector, and like I guess like in the toy collecting world, I think it's about looks. I think that's like the sort of like you get like a display case and you like put things in cool poses, and
Yeah,
like that's like
you pose
the
them,
sort of vibe that you go
and then
with.
like
Yeah,
every
yeah,
like month or so you change their poses, so that's like it's like a new scene,
yeah.
different scene, you know?
Yeah, that's a vibe. That's definitely a vibe.
Oh,
I
they do
definitely
have
understand
Bumblebee.
toy collecting.
Hmm.
Ooh, do they know?
They have
Well, hey, listen.
Bumblebee.
I mean,
Ooh,
yeah, a pretty decent
I'ma
movie.
get it. I'ma get
I'm
it.
just
Ooh, he
mad they
has
keep like
four
putting him in everything.
hands.
Mhm.
Ooh, four hands. All right, there you
Got
go.
four hands. I'ma get
I
him.
like when they have like the swappable hands. Um,
My favorite is
I'm gonna try to
Starscream.
find.
I like the Starscream and Megatron ones.
Starscream's just a pretty great character overall.
I like
Mhm.
Starscream.
I like his I think G1 Starscream. Definitely like the
Yeah.
best iteration of him.
You want
Like they've got
Starscream.
some really good ones. Like, yeah. He's such a little catty little bitch. It's
He's such a
great.
brat. He's such a brat. Like I don't know.
He's
I
such a
love his I love
yeah.
his character.
Megatron. And he says whatever he
He's
feels
such
like
a D.
too.
He's like the most diva Cybertronian on that show.
It's great. It's
You ain't no
fantastic.
diva.
And
It's
he
like
really and he doesn't hold back too. Like he says what's on his mind, it's a real vibe. If somebody's
mhm.
fucking up, he's gonna let you know. I wish I had Starscream's courage, you know?
Like
Well,
Starscream.
when he has
Like if
courage.
RuPaul was a Cybertronium, he would be Starscream.
I can see that. Absolutely. I'm trying to. I was trying to find more like the Hot Toys figures, but like I guess that's all. That's as far as I go. It's just that cool ass Megazord. They got more though. Um, but yeah,
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 good shit. Good stuff.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't need
I'm trying to think. Hmm?
stuff I don't need, but
Yeah, that's the
fire
sucky part.
anyway.
I'm waiting for like the next economy boom, when everyone's like flush with cash and they like, I don't know, do whatever they're gonna do, find a bunch of gold and just print more money so that we can like buy frivolous things again. That's gonna be cool.
You just gotta hustle. You gotta make that money. You gotta hustle.
Yeah, that too. I'm thinking of all the like horrible ways I can like make money, like all the like scammy different kinds of ways you can make money. And I'm just like, yeah, I can like I don't know, sell something that's already been made to like make money or something like that.
All you gotta do is just make a good Omegaverse webtoon. That's it.
I
Make
guess so.
just make a good BL and you'll make money. That's it. That's that's
No,
that's
I've
that's
actually
that's the formula. That's it.
I've legit thought about like doing like dojinshi, like or like hentai or something like that.
Money.
That's a vibe, right?
Money.
I feel like that's like money, right? If you just gotta do that.
People
That's
out here selling pictures of their
yeah.
feet. You have like a skill.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do hentai on the side for money. I'm not gonna tell you all where to find it, but like I feel like I can't even like tie your name to it because like if people know you specifically make like hentai, like then that's gonna be like ew, gross. Like
Uh,
you're a weird, you're
you
into that,
weird.
and it's like, oh well.
You have to like, make like a
I mean,
side
you bought it,
persona.
right? Yeah,
You can't make it like obviously it's you. Like you can't have like some like crazy monster hentai.
yeah. It can't be like that. Yeah, if it has, if you put your name, if you put your face on the hentai, if you put your face, it's like, oh,
Like,
I wrote
I
this. It's
recognize these
me.
monsters.
It's gotta be like the most like vanilla shit in the world or something like that. It has to be like damn near like a romance or something like that. If you're gonna put your like real name on it, if you're gonna make like some like fuck wild shit, then you gotta have like a pseudonym or something.
Hmm.
These are all plans. And look, my name's on like the thing too. Damn. Everyone's gonna know. It's fine. I'm gonna release my I'm
You
gonna
know
release my
this.
hentai and see.
You know this.
I'm gonna I'm gonna release my hentai and
All you
secret
have to do
intent.
is literally right click on your picture, and at the bottom it's like rename, and then you type in a different name.
Oh
It's so
wow.
easy. It's so
Is it
easy.
hold on. Show self view profile? Hold on a second.
All sorts of options
Profile can't be viewed. Oh,
for your user pleasure. Like,
show self. Oh no. Oh right, because I'm on the wrong one. That's what it was. Because there's two of me. Sorry.
what's up with that? Why can't you just use your phone or your computer?
Because then like it kind of like messes up my like kind of vibe because like I've got you guys over here on my phone. You're on my phone right now, right? And then but I can share stuff on my screen over here. So it's like
Hmm.
this is like the route that I go.
That's how you operate. I need
Yeah.
a camera. I need like a nicer camera, like
I mean,
a webcam or whatever or something. Because like
sure,
laptop
yeah.
camera is a little bit trash. It's not awful. You're a great laptop,
No,
but like
but you might want to do 4K. Like I feel that.
it's like like higher definition where I'm not like pixels.
Like,
Blurry.
anti-aliasing, all that. Yeah. Okay,
Hmm.
not fair. No, I mean, like, yeah, that's kind of like what you gotta do. You gotta upgrade the rig after a while. Next podcast, I guess we'll all be coming back with new equipment, my new headphones, your new camera. Um,
It's a deadline for these
yeah,
Not
things.
sleep deprived.
yeah, right. There
You
you
just
go.
gotta ride off fumes, you know? Like I'm about to take maybe like an hour nap and be up all night. It's gonna be great.
I love sleep. I don't know about you guys. I love to sleep.
I
Sleep is
love
like my
money
favorite. Money's cool too. Sleep's
until I
great.
figure
I don't
out
know.
other ways to make it.
I'm addicted to sleep. I
Since
I
I
don't get
love
a lot
money,
of
I
it.
love the things that I can get with money.
Yeah, I like money as a means to an end. I don't.
Not it of itself, but like
Yeah, I don't like the
what it
system of money
does.
itself.
Because like it's just
Yeah,
whatever. It's meaningless by itself.
yeah, exactly. It's well, yeah. It's just paper, technically. But having a lot of it is nice because you can
But I
do a
like
lot of things with
food. I love food.
it. Yeah, oh, man, the food is pretty
I like
great.
stuff. I like
Yeah, I
running up
like
my
things.
electric bill.
Sure, I like being able to like do so. If I have like more money, my whole like thing would be like to like make more like art, more comics and stuff like that. So like that's what I kind of like money for. Like I can like buy a little bit of freedom, in a way.
Yeah,
I guess it's like the vibe, like everybody can,
that's what
right?
money's for.
Yeah. Yeah, you buy like I guess you buy time
You
to like
buy
spend and do things
control
that
over
you
your
want
life.
to do.
Yep.
Yeah. Oof.
You
This
buy
is heavy.
autonomy.
You buy autonomy. Yeah. But then at the same time, like if you get too much money, I feel like you start becoming well.
I mean, it
I guess you
depends
just
on what's
like
already in you because like
yeah,
that proclivity is already there. Like the money
yeah,
just brought it out.
yeah. If you're a
You
weirdo, I
gotta
guess,
work
and there's
on
no like restrictions,
you
like
gotta work on your
yeah,
inner you before the money so that once the money comes in, like
mhm.
you will be productive and you won't like lose your shit and you won't just be like turned into like some like crazy person. If
Psycho weird person who believes in like conspiracy theories, which I kind of already do, but like I guess it would be like amplified with like money, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm buying into like all the conspiracy theories, just like the ones that make the most sense. Yeah.
hmm
Which I guess is like all of them, I guess, to somebody.
hmm
That's
Depending
the ones
on
that,
which rabbit hole you go down.
yeah. That's a
I
scary thing
really
too.
I
I always got
my favorite conspiracy is Hollow Earth.
uh
I rocks
oh
I rocks with Hollow
yeah.
Earth. I just think it's a
Earth would be
fun. I just
fun.
think it's fun.
Yeah, right. I want to see like dinosaurs and shit and like the undercrust of the world or something like that. I want some cool prehistoric shit to be down there or in there.
Hmm.
I'm a big fan of it like in Atlantis. That'd be kind of fun too. I mean, just piggybacking off like Hollywood. I don't think that's my favorite conspiracy theory, but like
Like
an
whatever.
Atlantis would be kind of dope. Yeah.
Hmm
No,
There was
I don't
like
know. I'm trying to think like
an inner universe inside of Earth with like its own like sun
yeah.
inside the middle of Earth and like its own like inner ecosystem. You're just like chilling, going for a walk in the woods, and boom, you just fall and you keep falling, and then you're standing up and you're like, oh shit.
Right. And then you're like back up again. And
And
yeah,
there's
no,
like
that'd be kind of wild.
9 foot tall people, and like it's just like
All
just
the
wild
cool
shit.
shit, giants, vampires, all that's down there.
All the
Like, hey,
stuff.
we gotta stick. Yeah. I'm hoping, I'm rooting for Hollow Earth. Flat Earth seems kind of dumb, seems really dumb, but Hollow Earth, that's the ticket.
Flat Earth is
That's like
interesting. Like not just like flat Earth, but like the like dome. The
mhm.
dome Earth is
The
interesting.
dome,
And
yeah.
like the outer ice walls. I think all that is very interesting. But I think
Sure, yeah.
I prefer Hollow Earth over like Dome Earth.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
I think
Dome Earth does have like the whales in the sky, and I
advantages.
love the whales in the sky. The
Ooh.
flying
No,
whales.
yeah, I do like the idea of like
That's the
flying
shit.
fish.
Like I love
Like,
that. Like
yeah,
just
that
like whales flying
visually,
overhead. That's great. I love that.
yeah, that's nice. I do dig that a little bit. Okay, all right, fine. Flat Earth. I'll give them that. I'll let them
They
have
both
it.
have their perks. Hmm
Yeah. I like simulation mostly. Well, not like simulation, but I think about simulation the most. Or like we're all in like sort of like a simulated reality. I'm hoping that parallel like universe is like a thing. That's my thing. That's the one that I want to be like the realist. I want to go to like a parallel version of myself. Just
The parallel of our verse, our multiverse.
yeah. Yeah, right. I want to do some multiverse adventures. I want to do it everything everywhere all at once. Like that'd be
You
fun.
know, like some guy built a super
Hmm
collider in his basement and basically like opened
hmm
up like some sort of like atomic gateway into another like a basically a parallel universe
Word. Okay. Yeah.
around his house, like out his window.
That'd
He's
be
like,
sick.
I saw a
I'm down with
car and then
that.
I turned around and I didn't see the car and it was gone, or just like
Right.
little weird like anomaly shit like that. So, all you gotta do is build a super collider, like a mini super collider that will rip open
Sure.
a small opening in the space-time continuum
Okay.
in your house. He has a
It's
whole room in
just
his house that
that
he won't go
easy.
into because it scares him now. I don't actually know.
Well, maybe
It's
you
pretty
just
cool.
didn't go to the right universe. I feel like a lot of times in like parallel universe stories, like they're always trying to kill you and stuff like that. I feel like I would pal around with parallel me. Like that'd be kind of dope. Maybe we pull like a what that movie with Lindsay Lohan? We pull a Parent Trap and
Parent
just kind of
Trap.
like switch places. Yeah, right.
For that.
We pull a Parent Trap. I do the one. I go to the universe where like we switch parents, like where like the mom stayed, like the dad stayed, and we just kind of like see what that's all about. Like that's kind of fun.
Switch him out and
You
it's
know?
it's just like, hey, trying to act normal.
Hey, right. I feel like
That would be crazy.
I go like what if you like had to go to like a parallel universe, but then like you had like a completely different job that you're not qualified for here or some shit like that? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. You have to learn the job on the fly. So like, what if
Like
I'm a senior systems analyst or
like
something
like
like
a
that?
rocket
What am I gonna
scientist
do?
in the other
Yeah.
universe.
You're like deep into the government. You got like like level 5 clearance or
You
some
got
shit
all
like
these
that.
like
You're kind of like,
cards. You're like,
oh,
which cards? That would be pretty
fuck, man.
cool.
Yeah, yeah, right. That'd be kind of dope.
Yeah.
So parallel universes. That's my conspiracy theory that I want to be true.
Hmm.
I almost said something dumb like black holes, but it's okay. I feel like black holes that's too scary.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of like goes hand in hand with parallel universes.
True,
It's all
true.
it's all just kind of like
Speak,
fucking with like gravity and like atomic mass and
yeah, I guess like you wouldn't really be like because I always think about being like crushed into like an atom. I guess my atoms being crushed, but you'd probably just get like really stretched out. I guess
yeah,
like
you would just
really
be like, because
really
it's
stretched
it's
out.
an endless vacuum of gravity, and so you would just like
Yeah,
sucked continuously to like a point of singularity forever
yeah.
until who
That
knows?
seems
But like that's
torturous.
that's all we really know about it until you who knows pop out on some other end.
Yeah, yeah. That's
We
what
don't
I'm thinking.
know.
Like, what if black holes are like little wormholes to like other parts of the
Like they
galaxy? And
could
it's like
be. They
that's
could
kind
be
of
wormholes. We don't know.
like we
Black
wouldn't
holes could
know,
very
and
much be wormholes.
we can't
Because like
send anything
we don't
back.
know
So
anybody that's come
yeah,
out of like that's gone into or come out. We don't know anything that's come out of a wormhole. Things
have
just
we
go.
ever traveled to a black hole yet? Have we made it that far?
I don't know if we've traveled to
I know we can
one,
like point them
but I
out.
think we can like we've like recorded stars and other things getting pulled into them. I don't think
Hmm.
we've really like gotten any like
Yeah, I'm
internal
like,
data of
can we
one
like throw a couple robots in there or something like that? Maybe or something like, like
maybe.
let's throw a couple AIs in there. Like let's see how like they like work out.
It
Let's see
probably
where
we
they wind
probably
up.
don't have the technology to like continue to transmit data once it's gone
Yeah,
into
right.
a wormhole.
Because even radio waves and signals and stuff like that, that's like technically like atoms, I guess, or something like that. Maybe that's got to be.
It's frequency. It's a frequency that's
Yeah,
by like
it's like
like
I gotta imagine it's like affected by gravity in some regard, right?
mhm, everything is
Yeah.
affected by gravity.
So
Look at
then,
this,
yeah,
science and social.
Huh?
no.
Huh?
What?
Look at us all being so sciencey and socially and all that good shit.
Right? We're real smart
Yeah.
little cookies. Yeah, we're doing it today.
I like science. That's my shit.
Science
Science
is
is
cool.
cool.
I like theories. I like the Dyson sphere. Like that's a fun concept.
I ain't gonna lie, right now, I want to experience the science and chemical body reaction after you take your fucking ass to sleep.
We
No,
did
I
make
think we
it.
did
We
the
did make it that extra half hour.
I
We
we
did.
have
did it.
Now,
We
completed
granted,
cleared
did
the
I
hump.
bob and weave a
2
little bit?
hours.
I did.
You're bobbing and weaving a little bit, yeah, but it's fine though. It's cool. Listen, we did it.
We
Another
did it.
successful run completed.
Yes, indeed.
We can do science talk next time around. I gotta watch some more videos so we can really like really really get into the weeds. But
Dive into the multiverse, the
yeah, yeah,
possibilities.
maybe I'll build a super collider by the time we come back. I don't know. We'll see. It can't be that hard, right? It's just like smashing atoms together. You should get a
continuously
baseball bat.
at an extremely high speed until it breaks space and time.
Yeah.
Continuously is like the hard part. But yeah, anyway, yeah.
It's possible.
It's possible. Did they ever fire up the Hadron Collider? That was like a big thing in
A
like
hydrogen collider?
2012. Yeah.
I'm sure somebody
It was
has.
like there's like the big Hadron Collider, hydrogen collider that they built, and they were just going, I don't know, man. If we start this shit up, we might create a black hole. But it's like, actually, I'm gonna
they
go
did.
try.
I'm sure somebody has, and they're just not like saying anything about it.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, so my phone's about to die, so
Okay,
have to
okay.
Until
Until next time.
All right.
Take care,
See you
folks. We did
guys.
it. Yeah, bye.
Bye.